Okay, this is Aaron again with Exalted Lamb 1, and I have a huge video for you here. In fact, if you're watching this right now, probably watching on one of the channels, Bit, and then the second word is Shoot, okay, or my backup channel, but you will also see this on my regular channel because I've been suspended for a week because of this. Because I actually predicted, you see with a white under, I'm not going to even say the word now at all. The underlined word there in white, the white underline, is what I've predicted, weeks before it even came out, but I didn't know what the first word was going to be at all, because they didn't talk about it at all. So as far as, but I saw in the predictive programming, it was actually even in the movie trailer for the movie Loki, he's literally wearing a prison uniform. On the back of it, it says that word, this word right here. It literally says, and there's a number of things with Gematria and everything that would clue me in on it ahead of time, so I predicted that. And also on my first day of my last timeline, which was July 19th, basically it was blamed for, I said it would be in the news and stuff, and it would start coming back again, it would be bigger. I was blamed for the stock market being the biggest decline this year and all that kind of stuff. So I was all right about that. Anyway, so I'm not going to even mention what this is. I'm going to talk about some things about this here right off the bat. And another one, the other one is this. So anyway, I'm suspended for a week. It should be, if you're watching this on my regular channel, The Exalted Lamb 1, then it's August 7th or August 8th, whatever that ends up being, because they've messed with me and added another day to it and such, because the suspension happened on July 31st. So from even just because I mentioned this right here, this just right here, this right here, these two right there. Okay. Anyway, so here I'm back on these two, my backup channel, which is without the word the, and just Exalted Lamb 1, if you're watching it on there. And the problem is I've asked many people to move over for months before, to, out of my 25,000 subscribers, even at that time, I think, or 24 something, and very few did. Ultimately, I have like 1,200 on Bit, and then the other word is Shoot. I'm just going to say it that way. And then also on my backup channel, I had 600 and some. I mean, people just weren't. So, or I've also been asking people to move over to get notifications through Telegram, so you can know if something happens. And I only have like 400, almost 500, something like that. So that's on you if you want to hear this stuff and be warned. Whatever. So I've kind of given up on moving people over to those platforms the last couple months. So now that's how you're going to get this. And please share this video with as many as you can, because it's going to be, again, about another 6 days before I get this to my main channel. And, if you're watching this on my main channel, then it's already there. But so this is huge video. And I'm going to show you why in so many ways. But before, I'm going to talk about these two right here. These two, and they're coming out possibly. Coming out. Okay, in a bad way. Very bad way, okay? This is just horrifying. This just broke my heart when I saw several pictures of this a couple weeks ago when I saw this was really coming to the forefront. They're going to be coming out with a lot of different things, I think. So it's going to freak people out. And that's another reason why the hokey pokey is not the mark, because when that finally comes, they're going to say it's the answer for everything. There's a number of things. I have about 10 different scriptures in the Bible that prove that the hokey pokey is not the mark. Anyway, I'm not getting into that. But this is something that's coming, and they may even use this for children, because I've seen a lot of pictures with children in Africa. And it's also a massive slight by the elites on black people, because they're calling them monkeys, if you can see that. It's just, it's horrid. It's just, it angers me. I want to cut off heads of these psycho people. It angers me. It just angers me that you'd want to do something like that to children, and that you concoct this kind of stuff. It's just horrible. Okay. I was just saying it as a figurative thing, as far as, cutting heads off. I'm gonna say it that way. So, anyway, so MP in that is 4-7. Again, that's my last timeline. I'm talking about a couple last timelines. I'm talking about July 4th, which is really September. September is 7-4, and And I'm going to talk about this timeline here. This is crazy. But again, it's probably going to get people to not only get, they might even use it to push on children to get them to get the hokey pokey, because it's hokey and it's a pokey. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about my timeline here. Now this is the previous ones I did on, it was basically 7/1 through 7/14 or whatever, and then this one was 7/19 for the next 14, 15 days, whatever. But these still are in the code, and I'm going to explain this quite a bit and what we're really looking at. But this is the codes in July, okay? Because to the elite, the 7th month is really September, okay? And then Stinky Bio's birthday is coming up, and the Lord's been giving me a heads up on that, as far as reason why I shared those two V Russes, okay, I'll say it that way, is because I think there's going to be some plan for his birthday time. So, and he's going to be 60. That's a big deal, and I'm going to talk about that in a second here. And ultimately, what it's showing is, I think what's in the red here, 9495, and I'm going to show that in my whole video, give you massive amounts of evidence. You got to watch the whole thing. It's going to build up. There's going to be stuff that the Lord's showing me that nobody knows. I mean, he's made that very clear. And some things that only high degree Masons know, like 33rd degree, and there's even some levels above that most people don't know. It's not just 33rd degree, but anyway, there's just stuff he's showing me that nobody knows, and also things that only the Masons know, and ultimately only demons know, was what I'm talking about. So they came up with this stuff. They are the intelligences that came up with this. No human could. And so we're talking about also how 923 is hidden as 95, and that's what my whole video is going to be about. Okay, so, but check this out. So, also, when you look at 7, let me give you an example of this as well. So again, remember, I did a video about the shining and how the 722s and 723s are also 9495s, or 7475s, all these things. But ultimately, I think it's showing this. Now, with the 711, let me give you an example with these here. Okay, so Gilbert Gottfried was on, a couple years ago, he was on YouTube. Actually, I think it was on Instagram or something. And he posted a video, and I found out exactly the day he posted it, which was this day. He posted it this day exactly. When I did some research back from even months before, later, found out he posted this, and he says, stay off the Golden Gate Bridge on August 11th. Okay, so he said that he posted it then, and he said this, and so he's really pointing to this. Okay, how do I know that? Because 7 is really September 11, and then 8/11 is 8 months and 11 days into the year. I call it the count. If you count 8 months and 11 days into the year, it's this day right here. I'm not going to say what it is for obvious reasons, because, you know, don't want to get flagged as such. So that's in my timeline. 9/1 through 9/4, 9/5, 9/7, 9/8, 9/11, yeah, the 9/1 + 1, 9/12, and then 9/14 and 15. Anyway, you'll see that in a second. But that's an example of how these two are pointing to this one by him posting it then, him saying that, and then he also said a bunch of different, like I said, in San Francisco, he said San Francisco, he said Clorps, he said different things that were all Gematria, and I'm not getting into that right now. But ultimately, I'm going to show you in this whole video how it's pointing to these main days being the first attack days, and how those relate to the last attack days as well, which is the 14th/15th, okay, of September. Okay, it's not the 22nd, 23rd, all that, because that's all the code already. Remember in Evan Almighty, he said November, or he said September 22nd, midday. And so that's a code. This is what it really is. See, they hardly ever say the real thing. They'll say codes and everything. It's very rare. And usually if they have the real thing, it's just hidden. It's layer after layer of being hidden. So who's ever heard of 9495? I mean, who has ever heard of that as a code, being a code? You've heard of 923, especially if you watch, you've heard of 711, 911, whatever you call that. I almost said that. So, and different ones. But this one, no. It really stands out. Also, check this out, 9/4. Let me give you a little more substantiation on that. 9/4 was also when George H.W. Bush died. He died at 94. Okay, and then as far as it being substantiated with the 4th and the 5th day, as far as the V Russ or even the hokey pokey, Bill Gates Sr. died also at age 94. Okay, and so that's a code as well. So for these days. So here, let's keep going. Also, Obama turns 60 on right here. 84/85. I mean, they put the dates together. I'm just telling you. And that is exactly, again, 9495. The next one would be 9798. 97 right there, 60. And you want even more confirmation of that? Boom, 60 years old is exactly 1 plus 96 is 97. And I'm just using straight English. There's also all kinds of other gematrias. Now, again, in this video, I'm going to show you all kinds of things. And the gematrias I do show you, they're going to have far more support to them. But I'm not going to show them all, otherwise it'll be a 5-hour video. Okay, so let's keep going. So check this out. The one I just said, I'm not going to say what this is, of course. The one I just said with that supported child, that just breaks my heart. It just really breaks my heart. I got to stop from I got to try not to even let it bother me. Okay, so 8/4, 1 plus 4, again, his birthday, August 4th, and that's include me in. And that's also the same thing as September, or you can say it this way, 4th and 5th of September. They do this. This is just the code. So see how 8 is 9? So this is the 4th, and so because it's 8 months, ultimately it's 8 months and 4 days into the year, which is 9/4. But you see how these relate? Hopefully you do. And then also, look, check it out. Also, it shows, because it's 9 letters, 1 word, and in a sense, it's really 1 word. It's not really capitals, but I just show it to, it's just a lowercase p typically. 9 letters, 1 word is 9/1, and they do this on purpose for a lot of things. Okay, and the next thing here, again, we have this one, that if you take this upside down and backwards, by the way, 5 upside down and backwards is 5. It looks a little funky, but it is. 2 upside down and backwards is 2. Just thinking of a digital 2 or digital 5. That'd be a little bit, because that's more clear. But this is how they hide it. To them, that's what it really is. Okay. So, and then of course we know 6 upside down and backwards is 9, and then 1 upside down and backwards is 1. I mean, obviously. So you take 1605 upside down and backwards, it's 591, or backwards 195. Or 1st of September, September 5th. The 2 big numbers for this, and I've said many times, for the virus and for the hokey pokey, it's the 1st day and the 4th and 5th day. And so that's them right there. Also, here's the first, we're talking about the 1st day in this 9 letters, 1 word, in all of these, because they're all the same word. We also have, again, 9, 4, and 5. That's just what they do, I'm telling you, believe it or not. And then here's another one. This is how it equates it to Stinky BO's birthday. Okay, here's one way. This is a mirror date, by the way, this one is. And I'm going to show you all kinds of 474s and how it relates to Barack Obama in Hebrew, which means lightning falling from heaven here down the road in this video. This is insane, a bunch of them. But also, it's a mirror date. So it's basically 4th of July, July 4th. 4th of July, July 4th. Well, what is July 4th? July 4th is 7 months and 4 days into the year, which is August 4th. And anything you add 9 to stays the same, so you just cross this 9 out right here. August 4th is 7 months and 4 days into the year. And again, this is 4th of July, July 4th. It's a mirror date, okay? And it also is the number in regular English gematria for Barack Obama in Hebrew, which means lightning falling from heaven or the heights. And I'm going to share that more details with that here in a video. So here we go. Next one is pox. So I put it together. They do this a lot. They put it together and it means stuff, and individually they mean stuff. Look how these are exactly the English and the reverse English of each other. And we have 8, 4, and his notorious number on my channel, 474. I mean, are you kidding me? Also, 474 is also 4. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 is 4 times 11, which is 44. Mr. 44. And then pox right here, I'll just say, because I can just say pox, okay, is upside down and backwards, 9, 5, and then 1. And you could take away the 1, and I'm going to show you the rule of Colel here really soon as well. I've shared that in my videos before. We could just add or take away 1 anytime. It doesn't matter to them. So it's 9, 5, upside down, backwards, and again, that's September 5th. These all can't be if it's not the case. Okay, they just can't be. If you don't understand this by now, or you know my videos, or maybe you don't, maybe it's the first time you've seen this, I show this because, and I'm going to give you an example in this video on how it's absolutely impossible, and show you the numbers and how they actually work, and show the absolute improbability of these things to be the case. Because a lot of people don't understand numbers very intimately like I do. And if they say this number, that number, this number, regarding to this one word, or these They split into different words, and how impossible this is. They just don't get it. They don't get that it's 1 in maybe a trillion chance, or 1 in a quadrillion, or something like that, of all these relating to each other and everything. They don't get that. Like, they go, okay, yeah, that looks interesting. They don't get it. I'm gonna show some example of that in this video. You just watch, hang out, and I'm gonna show you some phenomenal stuff about the dollar bill, some other stuff you won't believe. Just some phenomenal stuff that's hidden. It's been hidden to the public. Now let's talk about the other one. That's again it's picking up speed, and I'm saying it's going to pick up speed, and they're going to be talking about either one of these or both of these on the 4th and the 5th of August. Okay, and so I'm coming out with this on the 1st of August. Now, if you watch this after, then you know I just figured it out before. But anyway, so check this out, and I'm just going to show you this example, not both words together, but just because I'm not getting into this whole thing because I have a lot to share here. But delta is 8, 4, 8, 4. 1 plus 7 is 8. 6 plus 7 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. So that's 8, 4. 8, 5, 8, 5, 5, 8, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5. 1 times 7, 5, 1 is 7, 5, 1. 7, 5 plus, anyway, it's 8, 5 plus times 1. 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5. Okay, boom. 8, 4, and 8, 5. You see that? I mean, and there's far more numbers to this, and even equate it to September, and even equate it to July. But I'm not getting into all this. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. In fact, this is July right here. You see, if you take 1 times 7, 6, 7, it's just 7, 6, 7. Then 7, and this is 13, 4, that's 7, 4. Or 8, 4. It's crazy. It's all over the place. Okay. Now, if you're, again, I'll make this opportunity for you as well. If I have a problem in the future, or let's just say this, for some reason, they just don't wanting this information out, and they get rid of it, so then I can let you know what's going on or whatever. Sign up for Telegram. I have the link in the description box, so you can get on my, I have put out a lot of notifications of things that even YouTube doesn't on their own platform. They turn people off, the notification bell off, and everything, all kinds of stuff they do. I send out things regularly, so, and I show different gematras I'm working on, different things, give different examples, and communicate back and forth here and there with people. I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of that too much, and of course I do stuff in comments as well on my videos, but not a bit plus the second word shoot, and not too much on my backup channel, just because it's just too much time taking on that. But if you're watching this on one of those, then I may communicate on those until my main channel is up, The Exalted Lamb 1, okay? But so sign up for Telegram, you'll get notifications. That's basically what I'm saying. If you want to be warned, if you want to know this stuff, if you want to see stuff that nobody knows, if you want to see stuff that only the top elite people know, the Luciferian, nasty, global elite, stupid people know, think they're smart, but they're really the dumbest people in the world. Okay, another thing about my last timeline, I said that if it was real, if it actually happened, which it didn't, but when it doesn't happen, my timeline is still valid, because they literally show on the 1 through 14 day process, it validates that I was right about that time being even a shadow of the time that's about to come. So I had stuff happen the first day, the 4th day, the 5th day. Here's the 11th day. I literally said that in my last timeline that July 29th would be, if it was the day of the actual tsunami, there would be a tsunami that hits Hawaii. And then literally on July 29th, we had Monster 8.2 quake hits off Alaska coast, tsunami warning issued for coastal regions, and I was going to show in another slide I didn't put in here that Hawaii had a threat, a tsunami watch and a tsunami warning, and that's all Gematria too, which is crazy. I'm not getting all that, but again, that's the 11th day. That's July 29th is 7, 2 plus 9 is 11, 7, 11, or again, September 11. Okay, I'll say it that way, September 11. The 9 and then the 1 and then the 1. Okay, that's notorious. So I'm telling you, it looks like what I'm saying and what I'm seeing is the notorious 9, 1, and then 1 back in 2001 are going to be when we get attacked with the tsunamis, and we're going to get hit on 9, 4, 9, 5 ahead of that, so we won't be surprised on the next 9, 1 plus 1 and 1, but we were surprised on 9, 4, 9, 5 because it's the next 9, 1 and 1. Anyway, so, okay, let's keep going. Okay, the rule of Colel. Again, the Kabbalistic, this is, again, in the rules of Freemasonry, as you can see here. This is in their information. The Kabbalistic rule of Colel states that one digit can be added to or subtracted from the Gematria value of a word without affecting its value. This seems to modern ears to be a cheat. However, the Kabbalists explain the rule by pointing out that For them, one was not a number. The monad symbolizes the divinity and could come and go as he pleased, adding nothing and taking nothing away. So when I add or subtract a 1, or that's times something or whatever, because 1 times anything is the same, or 9 added to anything stays the same, all that stuff. So 1 and 9 and 0 can be taken away or added at different times, and it doesn't matter. And that's what they're saying here. Is that right, Sean? Well, yes, of course. What else would it be? Okay, so here we go. So that's right. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate that. Well, no problem. Here we go. So this is the timeline here. We have 9/19 through 10/1, but that wasn't right, because the problem we have is that 11 days or 12 days, I've been looking at 15 days now, because the 14 days ends at the very end of the 14th, and you go into the 5th, it stops at the end of the 14th, so the 15th day is kind of counted. But right here we have 12, and this is 13, and then we're going to, because we only have 30 days in the month, hopefully that makes sense. So these numbers are not 10/1 and 10/2 are not counting out the 14 and the 15, even the 13, 14, and 15. Some months it was 31 days, and then it made sense to go into the first day, and literally the number somehow worked some months. But it doesn't work this time. Plus, I had the Lord confirm for me, and I'm not going to talk about those personal confirmations right now. Maybe on the next video I will. I just wanted to get to certain things this video, and I just didn't have time for all the personal confirmations. But what he did for me in the very beginning, when I was looking at this timeline, I literally have my timeline I'm going to put out in it's a line of time that I'm going to show. I've showed before the Revelation 12 sign stuff, and I'm going to do it on this video, and you won't believe it. Towards the end, it's going to be amazing. Okay, but I've shared this, and I couldn't quite, it wouldn't work out. I mean, there were some things that it was possibly, but didn't happen, of course. This is going to work out amazingly, and this is what the whole reason why I'm showing you this on this video. Okay, but the Lord confirmed for me 9/1 over 9/19, confirming this timeline as the actual solid 1 through 15 days process versus this in several ways. And I'll show that in my next video probably, okay? So, but I'm showing you, this is what the days are. And we literally even have here August 31st going into 9/1. So it's a 2-day process each time. 2-day process, 2-day, 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 2-day. Because a big reason for that is time zones. Because if we're in one day in one time zone or one part of the world, we're typically in another day. We're going to be in another day, the other part of the world. Also, also as far as the 2-day process, an event may happen, but then reported the next day, and also having to do with time zones, but sometimes, but not necessarily. It could just happen in that day, but then it takes a day to get reported. So they know that as well. So they love the 2-day thing that they've shared. Hopefully that makes sense. It's huge in understanding all this and how they do what they do. Another thing I'm going to dispel is the Julian calendar and any other calendars, because every single thing that I've shared about these different days, 1 through 15, in the other shadow type 15-day process or 14-15-day processes that have happened many times in the past, and I've hit the first day with symbolic stuff, 5th day, 4th and 5th, 11th and 12th day, or 7th and 8th day, I mean, all this stuff. They hit these exact days. So the calendar, any other calendar would not have the days right. Now they do mess it up with the calendar being off by months, by 2 months. Again, Septem we know is the 9th month, but Septem in Latin means 7. For example, October is octo, which is 8 in Latin, but we know October for the masses on the Gregorian calendar as 10. And so those, for examples, all the way up to December, the whole calendar is off by 2 months. That's the Roman calendar. What it used to be years and years ago. Okay, then before that, I mean, there was also the Julian calendar as well. But I'm proving left and right over 100 times that they go by the exact days. The months are off by 2 months, but they go by the exact days. And even compressing and decompressing days, they go by these exact days. So another calendar, it wouldn't make sense. It just does not make sense. Now the exception to that is, I'm probably going to show in my next video because I don't have time for that, is the exception to that is the Jewish calendar. Because ultimately, these Kabbalists, the top Kabbalists, have their roots in false Judaism and the synagogue of Satan. So they use this, and I'm going to show how these end dates completely fit with for example, the Torah calendar, the most accurate of those, even though they're not accurate in a sense, but I'm going to explain how they're accurate based on the blood moons and things that God has done, the tetrad blood moons and everything. The only thing that completely matches those exactly, even more than the normal Jewish calendar that Israel goes by, is the Torah calendar. Anyway, so I'll explain that in my next video. But here, boom. So, for example, you see 923. Why wouldn't this be 923? Why wouldn't we go from the Revelation 12 sign, 9/23/2017, to exactly 4 years later to 9/23? Right? Why wouldn't we? Well, I'm going to explain why. Okay? Because 923 is really hidden 915, which is really 9/5 and 915. Well, what's over here? 915, right? So 4, I'm just going to use this as an example. It says 923 being 2 plus 3 is 5. So that's a hidden 9/5. And then we have 9/5 and 9. The other thing about the rule of Colel, it doesn't show that there, but I've showed it many times in hundreds and hundreds of examples, is 1 can be a 1 or a slash. So being a slash, 1 is hiding in the slash. So it's 9/5 is also 915. You see these two examples, right? Did you see that? That's how that works. So if we look at 9/5 underneath this dot right here, let me do it this way. I have this one also. This one's even better. I used to not use this, and this is more precise. So we have 9/5. So if we go from 9/5, which is right here, to over here, which is the 915, which is still in a sense 9/5. See how they're the same thing, but they're different? There's a difference of exactly 10 days. It's crazy, okay? And then when I first started seeing this really intensely, about a month ago or a couple months ago, really, I started seeing some things the Lord was doing, even with the 7/5 and the 715. Like I had a license plate of this mechanic that came to me, and his exact license plate was BUYG15, and the G is 7. So it was by, either I was thinking buy, like buy that time, or BUY was like he was going to buy a group on 7/5, or buy a group on 7/5, which is 9/5, or buy a group on 915. And when I say buy, because he's purchasing his possession. These are our bodies and the spiritual. If you know the Bible, they're down payments on the person's possession. When God finally redeems us, and by the way, the word redemption is totally legal, and it has to do with buying back. Redemption. If you're going to redeem a coupon, you're going to pay. You're going to cash it in. Is redemption. He's going to cash in his redemptive work for us, and that's going to be two groups. And what are those two groups? I think. Now, I could be wrong, but I think I'm right about this. The Lord showed me this stuff and hinting on this. What are the two groups? Well, first of all, the first group is going to be the transformation, which is going to be, I believe it's 9495 is my best guess. Again, this is all a guess. I don't know the future. I'm doing my best guess based on the clues the Lord gives me. He doesn't give me exact things all the time. He just gives me clues upon clues upon clues. And it, like it says in Amos, it's the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the honor of kings, or the glory of kings to search it out. And this is what I've been called to do and to share it with you. So Smyrna, the church of Smyrna in Revelation 2:10 is the church that is supposed to stay here for 10 days. Now the church of Philadelphia in, again, Revelation 3, is the faithful church, is the most faithful, and they will be taken from that hour of temptation, which is and it's really the 7 years of tribulation. I'm just saying, okay, believe it or not. This church of Smyrna will be here 10 days and then leave. So it adds perfectly. Go back here to transformation on for the Philadelphia church right here, and then 10 days later exactly Smyrna, and then both groups leave in sense, are birthed into heaven at the same time. And that's what and then that kicks off the actual tribulation. And I'm just saying that's what I believe it is, what the Lord's showing me. We'll see. Okay. Smyrna. Now this is so crazy. Revelation is literally 9:5. Can you believe this? And Revelation 10 just happens to be 9:5:21. I mean, either that, I don't believe in coincidences, but you could count that as a massive, ridiculous coincidence, but I don't call that. Okay, 9:5. By the way, revelation is not the real word that's in the original Hebrew or in Greek. It was originally translated even before English. Okay, revelation could have been blah, blah, blah. It could have been gobbledygook. They could have said, hey, go to gobbledygook chapter 2, verse 10. And the only reason why they picked the word revelation, you know it as revelation. Oh, it's a revealing or whatever. It actually means to unveil, an unveiling. But in the original Hebrew, it means unveiling. And even in Greek, it's kind of like that too. But the word that's made up, it literally fits this exact really beginning of the pre-trib part, the pre-tribulation. I'm going to say it that way. The pre-tribulation part of this, and I'm going to prove it. It's just crazy. So God didn't come up with this word. Men did in English when they created English. God created Hebrew, the language of Hebrew, and then demonic men came up with English, and they came up with this word. I'm going to pretty much prove it here. Hopefully you see what I'm saying. Revelation is 9:5. Are you kidding me? Now look. Now it says back here. I forgot to read this. Let me go back. Fear none of those things which shall come upon. Oh wow! Let's try to start this over. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Okay, so these people are missing things. He still has some things against them. They're not the Philadelphian church. So it says they're going to be in prison. And I believe what the Lord's showing me is that they're going to be in a FEMA/camp or a prison camp. There's, but by the way, that's all Gematria and all that stuff. I just wanted to point out this thing to go right past it, or just be kind of brief. Brief. Okay, FEMA is actually 6'5". What's 6'5"? Upside down and backwards. 6'5" is 9'5", or 5'9", or 9'5". Backwards. Okay, upside down and back. I'm telling you, or you just take the 6 upside down and backwards is 9'5". That's common as well. And then what's crazy about this? Why do I have this pulled up? Because guess what? The 247th day of the year is 9/4. So 9/4/9/5. It confirms that. And look at the word, the first and last letter code of Revelation. I mean, are you kidding me? I got more. Watch this. Okay, but all the way. Also, Smyrna is S, which is 19A. Did you see how that's 9, 1, and 1, confirming this timeline as well? And even Smyrna, because it's a name, a proper name. A proper name in Francis Bacon will have a different the S is 45 instead of being 19. So that changes it to 116. Upside down and backwards is 9, 1, and 1. The notorious attack day. Okay, boom. Also, let's go regarding Revelation. Let's look at Revelation. The word Revelation in Gematria is 49, 49, 59, 59, which is 9/4, 9/4, 9/5, 9/5, 9/5, 9/5. And Revelation in English ordinal and reverse English ordinal exactly backwards. Again, let's take away the ones, because again, you take away the one right here. I'm going to take away the one right there. September 4th, going exactly backwards. September 4th, 21. Are you kidding me? September 4th, 21. There you go. I'm telling you, this is all chance. That first line letter code is 9/5. This is Revelation. The word is 9/4/9/5, and then exactly in English ordinal and reverse English ordinal exactly backwards is September 4th, 21. Or you can even do this. Actually, I take this back. Take the one off there. Again, you can take them off anytime you want. You can look at it this way: September 4th, 20, or you can look at it September 4th plus 1, September 5th, 21, and just take that one off. I mean, again, it's selective, but it's there. I'm telling you, believe it or not. Okay, and there you go, 9/4 and 9/5, 21. Boom, right there. Now I'll go to this nugget bucket here, this Trumple. I call him Trumple Thin Skin because he's a caricature of a person. He's not a real person as far as the person that is Trumple. He is a divisive elitist, and he was put there to a number of reasons, but also to bring in the hokey pokey. I mean, if you think about it, if it was, let's just say it was Hillary, and she brought in how many conservatives and Christians do you think would even take it at all? They would fight it, they would whatever. They had to take what I've called the Trojan horse, and he's proven to be the Trojan horse, to bring in this lie, many lies, and to dismantle the United States in so many ways, and to usher in the AC, which is Stinky B.O., Barack, insane Obama. Okay, so boom, Trumple. So what do you say about 9, 1, and then 1 back in 2001? What do you say about that? He said, I wrote this out, and it's very close to my heart because I was down there. I'm not going to try to. I could do kind of a caricature of him. I'm not going to try it right now. I'm not. I wrote this out. It's very close to my heart. But I'm not going to try it because I was down there and I watched our police and firemen down at 7-Eleven, down at the World Trade Center right after it came down, and I saw the greatest people I've ever seen in action. Now that whole thing right there, his actual full statement is literally, look, 9/4. 5. Okay, so I'm going to show you each thing. So watch this. Okay, this 9. Well, let's do it this way. I have each slide. So let's take the down here. Also take the 1 and the 7, and then we'll go 6 plus 8 plus 5 is what? 19. And then you take away the 9. Anything you add 9 to is the same. We have 7 11 because he called it 7/11, but the attack was really on September 11. September 11. Get it how 7 is 9, September, or July 11th, September is 7/11, okay? And the stores all over the country and even parts of a lot of the world is 7/11s. Okay, and then plus, like I showed you right here, 184 is 9, 4, and then 5. So this is 9, 4, and then this 5 right here is 9, 4, and 5. Okay, do you see that? So we literally have 9, 4, and 5, September 4th and 5th, and then we have September, which is again is 9, 11, because he's referring to that. But he's saying that the 9 is to them is really the 11 or the 7. That's why he's admitting that. He's saying to the elites that he views that as 7/11, but it's really, see this, 9/11. See how 7 is 9/11? See that? And that's right down here. If you had 6 plus 8 plus 5 is 19, 1197. So this is showing that 9/11 is 7/11. It's right in here. I'm telling you, it's all right here. Okay, again, this is here as well. But then now, look, 9. If you say this backwards, the 4th and 5th of September. Boom. And then look at this one right here. What's this? Ready? We'll take the 12 and the 9, and then we just, again, this is which ones you decide to reduce to show what they're hiding, okay? 9 plus 6 is 15 right here. So we're going to add that in the middle there. Again, we have 9, 5, take away the 1, 21. September 5th, 21. I mean, are you kidding me? There's no way all this stuff could be. You should see that. I mean, seriously, we already have 9, 4, and 9, 5, which is, see 9, 5 right here, 9, 5, and then there's 21. Again, we can just take away the 1. Or again, 1 times 121, or 1 times 21 is 21. Or 1 times 59 is 59, or whatever. So, but you know the rule of Colel, they can add or subtract 1 anytime they want. So that's in their own rules. So I'm going to just do what their own rules are, right? Okay, here we go. I mean, seriously, and it just keeps going. Here's another one right here. Again, if you go backwards, 4th and 5th of September. 1 plus 8 is 9. I mean, there's no way all this could be. There's no way. Okay? He's like, oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, so he said, the calm before the storm. You know what this represents? The calm before the storm. Whatever. And I'm just like, I finally figured this thing out. It's, realize this is so crazy, okay? I mean, imagine here's all these military people, the press is there. He says, you know what this represents, and they're like, what, Mr. President? The calm before the storm. I mean, yeah. Are you kidding me? That's a creepy thing to say, and a cryptic thing to say. I mean, if you're a supporter of Trump, you've got to admit that is a creepy, stupid thing to say, and then say, you'll find out. You'll find out. You'll find out. You'll find out. I mean, are you kidding me? What an idiot, okay? That is creepy as heck. Okay, so now look at this. First letter code is T, C, B, T, S. S is 19. T is 20, take away the 0. B is 2. C is 3. T is 20, take away the 0. So exactly backwards is what? 9, 1. So we got September 1st. Then we have September 1 plus 2 plus 2 is 9, 5. 2021 is 20. And 21 is 2 plus 1 is 3. We have 9, 5, 20, 21. It's right here. And now I'm telling you it is. And there's even more going on here. How about this? I'll show you in a second. Now let's look at the last letter code. Well, let's do this first. So see how this is? Did you see something? 23rd, 2021 of September. Again, they do this. They scramble these a few different ways sometimes. But look at this. 9/23, 2021. I mean, it's crazy. They do this all the time. I'm just saying. Oh, look at it almost like it's on a wheel. So then you could have it go. If this is connected over here, this is on a wheel, and then or the sides of a wheel or something. I don't know how to explain that. But anyway, I could do a graphic, but anyway, I just thought off the top of my head. But it's just weird how they do this. It's right here. Or again, 9, 2 plus 3 is 5. 9/5 2021. Okay, is what I'm saying. Now, yes, it could be 9/23, but I'm going to show you a lot of reasons why the code seems to be showing the one that's not apparent. 9/23 is more obvious. Again, let's say if you go on the internet or go on YouTube or something and put in 9/23 predictive programming, there's a lot of different YouTubers and stuff, including me, that have shared that 9/23 is in predictive programming in hundreds and hundreds of movies, TV shows, all kinds of stuff, and that's more known, especially for people who are looking. And that's been known since before the Revelation 12 sign, which was on 9/23. Okay, and other things I'm going to talk about. Okay, so but anyway, now let's look at this last letter code here. Boom. See this? Look at this. I missed a slide here. Dang it. E is 5. M is 4. M is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. E is 5. E is 5. M is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. So look at this. We literally have 5 plus 4 is 9. 5. Then we have 5 plus 5 plus 4 is 14. And so what is that? That's September 14th, technically the last day, really, the 14th day. We're going into the 15th. Or the end of the 14th day ends up being the very beginning of the 15th. So 9/14. It's also, again, 9/4 or 9/5. That confirms this 9/5. Right there. See that? 9/5 and 9. 2 plus 3 is 5. 2021. Are you kidding me? And this is all just chance? No way. This is very intricate. You see how they do this? Calm before the storm. Oh my gosh. No way. Okay, anyway, so let me get into this phenomenal stuff you won't believe. Man, I'm still reeling from this. Okay, this is on the back of the dollar bill, of course, the stupid pyramid. I mean, are we Egyptian? No. Are we Roman? You got Roman Egyptian stuff here, which is all, of course, it's mythology and things. And it's ridiculous. We're not Roman. I mean, I guess we have some roots of Roman, of course. Roman, Italy, Roman, all that stuff, sure. But not Egypt. I mean, it just shows these Masonic roots. And I'm going to prove the Masonic roots in all this. And the corruption and the manipulation of people. Okay, so Anuit right here is right here. Anuit Coeptus, okay? Anuit is, check this out. It has to do with the Antichrist, or the guy who's overseeing everybody. Okay, this is his eye. Okay, whoever this is, right? Devil incarnate right here. I mean, the Egyptians called him, Isis. I mean, Ra, or even Osiris. Okay, Osiris was, dwelt Ra and things like that. So it's all-seeing eye right here, and that's in all their symbolism and everything, of course, in Egyptian, and then it's in all the cultic symbolism. Okay, so again, here we go. Remember that 474, the stinky bo, which was also on that other one, was 894, which is 84 or whatever, 498, whatever it was. Okay, anyway, this is his number, big time. Again, this July 4th of July. I mean, it's right here. And then what's this? Backwards is September 7th, just like 60 was. Remember, September was 60 was September 7th. That's the day he's eliminated. Stinky BO is eliminated on September 7th, the 7th day, and then the 8th day is Trumple is eliminated. I've been saying that for like 2.5 years. Okay, as far as the actual number of the day. So the 7th and 8th day is elimination of Obama, and the 8th day is elimination of Trumple. So I knew it just happens to be that. It happens to be the day he dies, as I've said, September 9, and it has to be his number. And I'll show you more about the 474. It's crazy. Okay, Coeptus is 9232. Again, 23rd of September, or 5/9. Okay, again, why are we relating to 923 here, or 239? Okay, why? You'll see what this is all relating to. Okay, that 95 is really 923, and it's the code, but ultimately it's hiding 95. Okay, so and then let's put these together. Anuit Coeptus is, check it out. What is this? Again, 91 and 95, or 9/5 backwards. Are you kidding me? How does this keep happening? Or look at 9/14, the last day, or the very last day, 9/15. 4 plus 1 is 15, 9/15. Just like exactly what I'm saying. I mean, there's no way all this stuff can match. Now let's look at Novus. Novus right here is 44. Oh, what a shock. And the exact opposite of reversed ordinal is English ordinal, and that's the first day, September 1st. I mean, are you kidding me? There's just no way these correlations and things would just keep going. Of all the numbers it could be that don't have to do with this time frame, and even Stinky BO, they could be anything else, but they happen to coordinate with this time frame and him. I don't think so. That's not a coincidence. And then check this out. So what's Ordo? Ordo is 156. Upside down and backwards is 95. Again, I'm gonna show you this so many times you're probably gonna get sick of it. Get rid of the 1. 95. Boom. Get rid of the 1 anytime you want. Seclorum, right here. Again, we're doing this separately and then together. 106 is upside down backwards, 9-1. Okay, remember 9-1, 9-1. Are you kidding me? Now let's do it all together. Novus Ordo Seclorum, which is what? Septem, which is also 9, Septem 23, 9, 2, 3. I mean, are you kidding me? Right there. It's right there. And it's September. And that's why I have my last timeline as 7, 19 through, and then 722, 723. And there was a ton about 722 and 723 in The Shining. Literally, I took the script. You got to watch that video if you haven't. So now it's my last video, but my very last video was just deleted. But one before that, now being my last video, is my Decode of The Shining. And it's got tons of these numbers, and even the 9-4s and 9-5s and all that stuff in here. It's just crazy. And I wasn't sure which one it was exactly. At the time, I was thinking maybe it was 722 and 723, and before that, 74, 75. But they're all part of the same code. And ultimately, I'm pretty sure, and I'm going to prove in this video, I think, the best I can. Think about a prosecutor who's trying to, prove a case. Prosecutor is going to be really into and believe what they're doing. They're gonna gather information, gather circumstantial evidence. Maybe they might have a smoking gun, but it's rare. They have to grab a lot of circumstantial evidence and they present it, and they want to defeat the person who's guilty. Okay, they want to, ultimately, and that's their job. Now that's what I'm doing. CBO is guilty, and this time frame is guilty of being the time of what's coming, and that's what I'm doing. I'm presenting. So if I have like some, conviction or confidence in it to some degree, it's because I'm like a prosecutor. Look at it like that, okay? For you people that can't even understand for some reason how I could possibly do what I do or whatever, even use dates and all that stuff. Or you ultra religious people who just have a problem with that for some reason because you're actually inside, you're scared and you don't understand things you're afraid of things you don't understand and all kinds of stuff, and it's all coming no matter what, whether I have the dates right or not, it's all coming. So you don't like that inside, and then certainly the things that you listen to don't like it. Okay, so that's on you. Okay, that's on you. And by the way, I'm gonna say this: I have a so-called believer, somebody, every single timeline, if one passed and didn't have, they turn on me all of a sudden. I usually have a handful of them each time. Just don't even bother. You're gonna type, and I'm gonna just delete you. So some people, that's so funny. They do long paragraphs and of just tirades and evil and mean and everything else, and I just delete it like that, and everything you did is gone. So you might as well just not even do it. Just don't waste your time. Don't waste my time. But I'm gonna take 2 seconds and delete it. Deleted. Okay, you gone. See ya later. So anyway, here we go. Now this, what is it really saying? Now, if you go to Latin to English, this is on Google, for example, Latin to English, Annuit is surprisingly, no matter what people say, this is what is the direct translation, and I'm using Google, so Annuit is winks. What does the Bible say about the person who winks? That they're planning evil. Okay, they're winking at you. And that is something, if people wink, there are people that wink to each other and things like that, and that's nothing, okay? But the winking thing in movies and such, it is a Masonic thing. And then it's been accepted by a lot of the people, like, oh, I'm winking at you, like, hey, I know something you don't know, or whatever, or we're kind of in a secret thing together, I'm winking at you, whatever. But ultimately, it's a secret thing that is bad. Okay, that's what it really means. And you've just taken it on. If you wink to your child or you wink to somebody, whatever, you just took it on, and it was in movies and stuff and all kinds of stuff. And you didn't realize the origin that it's evil. It's like saying, I know, you and I both know the evil that's going on. And that's what it really is. But no, it could be innocent, lighthearted. It could be like, oh, I'm winking at you because I care about you, and I'm just kind of doing it on the sly kind of thing or whatever, And but that's how the enemy does this stuff. And he gets people to take on these things because that's just part of the programming. Okay, but really, it's evil. The Bible literally says that. Look up winks and see what it says about winking. The person who winks and purses their lips does evil. And CBO does that. I've shown all kinds of pictures where he's pursed his lips, he's winking all the time, and he is doing evil. I'm telling you. Okay, so this is the different words. Winks, coeptus is enterprise, new order ages. Okay, contrary to what other people say, this is what it is. Okay, this is a direct translation from Latin to English. So he winks at the enterprise of the new order of the ages. And what these guys are doing, he's winking at their enterprise of the new order of the ages, these people that are putting this together. And who is these people? Well, this is 13 levels right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13. And that represents something, and I'm going to get into it soon, okay? But here, let's go. There he is winking. I mean, literally, it's right in that goat. He's doing that. He's doing Annuit. Winks. In different ways. It's an iPad and in his life, he's sticking out his tongue, and I'm going to show you what that is. You see, everything they do is Gematria. It's all mean stuff. Winks is literally on the freaking dollar bill, and it's right there that everybody uses. Talk about programming. I mean, you literally have all this programming on a dollar bill that everybody uses. I mean, are you kidding me? That's been all these dollar bills have been touched by billions of times. Are you kidding me? With all the dollar bills? I mean, are you kidding me? Here you go. So Winks is also, well, what a shock. Who? What a shock. It's 5-9, which is 9-5 backwards. And look, it's 9-4 and 7-4. That's kind of what that shows also, but it really is 7-4. But it shows that 7-4 is 9-4. It's also 9-1 and 1 because 7 plus 4 is 1 and 1. You get that? So it's really showing the 4-7, but it's also showing all this other stuff. But now check it again. It's showing 1 and 1 and 9, and it's also showing. It's also 56 because 7 plus 9 is 16. 4 plus 1 is 5, so that ends up being 56. And what's that upside down backwards is? What this one is backwards, 9-5. Okay, okay, and then the whole thing, Winks and Enterprise, is 7-2-5, and what is that? That is Septem 25 is 2 plus 5 is 7. Septem 7 is 9-7 when he will die, and that's all in here too. There's so much in all this. I'm not going to get into every single thing. We also have, look at this, we also have 9-4 and 9-5. 9-4 plus 1. We also have 2-3-4, which the opposite of 2-3-4 is 4-3-2, and that's 6-6-6. Together, these are two unique numbers, 2-3-4 and 1-3-5. Their reverse is 5-3-1 and 2-3-4, which makes them 6-6-6. This at its reverse makes it 6-6-6. Unique of two numbers. And I'm going to start pulling in some satanic numbers because I'm going to show you some satanicness of this whole thing and how it's satanic. And so I'm going to keep doing some regular ordinal and occasionally some different ones just to make a point, and I'll explain my points. But I'm going to pull in a lot of satanic coming up here because I'm going to show you the satanic symbols, show you that Masonry is satanic 100% by the satanic cipher and by the satanic symbols. Now watch, here we go. So new, again, satanic is Septem, or 7-4 plus 1, 7-4, so again 9-4 and 5. See how this is? Because September is September, which is 7. Okay, see that's how this works. And then order is 5-2-3. Now I've also talked about it in May. I thought May might have been it, but the 5, the 7, the 9 are all the same number, and then 23rd would be 5. So it's 7-5, 5-5, 7-5, and 9-5 right here. Boom. Okay, the 23rd of May or something, similarly. Anyway, here we go. And then ages is 216. Well, what's 216? Again, Stinky B.O. was born on the 216th day of the year. There's so much about 216. 216 is 666 like 7 times. 7 ways. So 216 is the 216th day of the year, which Stinky B.O. is born on, and that's coming up in a few days, according to this video, because I'm doing this on August 1st, and his birthday is on August 4th, which is the 216th day of the year, which is 6 times 6 times 6. I mean, see if I can explain these real quick. I'm not maybe not do all of them. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3-6 is 3 6s, which is 666. 36, which is right here, 2 plus 1 is 3, and then 6. 36 is also, say it this way, the 666 is the 36th triangular number. It's crazy. Okay, how about this? 2 plus 16 is 18. 18 is 6 plus 6 plus 6. 216 is also 21 times 6. 21 times 6 is 126. 126 is 12 and 6. 12 is 6 and 6 and then 6. And then 216 is also backwards 612, which is 6. And then again, 12 is 6 plus 6. 6, 6, 6. See, that's just some of them. And then, by the way, Stinky B.O.'s full name is Barack Insane, I'll just say it that way, Insane Obama, which is 18 letters divided by 3 names is 666. It's so many things. I'm not getting every single thing. I got most of them there, and just the 216. Okay, there you go. Boom. That's all. That's just a fraction of the ways that he is 666. So, and then let's put it all together. New Order of the Ages is what? What is it? 5 plus 4 is 5-9, which is backwards 9-5. Okay, again, September 5th. Are you kidding me? And look, I'm doing all just satanic right here, and they're all jiving in crazy ways. Okay, satanic cipher. By the way, okay, so what's hidden in this is one thing, but I'm gonna show you something. Only this top Masons know this. Okay, not that this has been kind of revealed on the internet and things like that. But, and this is of course, the Star of Molech, which is the star of, so-called the Star of David, but not really. It's literally satanic because it's got 6 points and 6 angles and then 6 triangles and things like that. It's 666 in many ways. But okay, but we have, check this out. It's M, and that's pointing to that point is pointing to the M, M-A-S-O-N for Mason. So it's hiding Masonic stuff right in our symbolism, of course, okay, because they came up with this, and they're the society that runs the world, basically. The biggest one. There's other secret societies that are part of it, like the Knights Templar and all these other ones that are part of it as well. They're just different versions of it, the same stuff. But the standard Masonry and all that, they're the ones that run most of it, okay, and are behind most of it. So that's showing that right here, that they are behind it. There's no doubt. And then ultimately, this is actually the eye, and the all-seeing eye. Okay, so I made that point. Now watch this. We could do more stuff. Also, by the way, again, the satanic is Septem 23. Okay, Septem again is 723, and then 2 plus 3 is 5, so it's Septem 595. Really is what this is saying. Okay, and then here, okay, look at the bottom of the pyramid. We of course have 1776 in Roman numerals, but I'm going to show you here pretty soon is that this Roman numerals mean different things. Like, of course, M means 1,000, and then you go down from here down to being V is 5. I is 1, but these are also in Gematria, which is M equals 13, D equals 4, C equals 3, C equals 3, and all that stuff. You're going to see this. And I'm going to show you the hidden messages in that and many other things on this. This is insane. Okay, ready? Also, these are Roman numerals. Roman numerals, this kid. Again, they could have picked any words for these. For Roman, even for Roman, it could be, because then it's not the same thing. If you ever, if you ever know the difference between English and other languages, I mean, for example, we call it most countries a particular name, but that's not what they call their country. They call it by the name that they call it in their language. But we just say, hey, we're going to call it this. We're not going to call it Italia or whatever. We're not going to call it whatever. We're going to call it what we call it, our English version of it. I mean, it's just silly. Why don't we call it what they call it and then just make it look at English? No, we call it what we want because it's all Gematrian things. I'm telling you, you'll see. So anyway, Roman numerals this is insane. Okay, literally 914 is the last tactic or the first 95. Okay, I'm gonna show you what these all mean. Again, N is 14, S. This is S is 19. That's what I'm really showing here. So what is this really showing? They're showing 9-5 and 9-15. Again, the 10 days in between these two. This is kind of like a mirror in the middle. 9-5 and 9-15. Again, 10 days are between these two. Because again, you have, this is 9 and 1 plus 14 is 15. And then 9, 1 plus 4 is 5. And it's also showing this. Because again, 9/4, boom. Or 9/5, boom. It's showing 9-5 and 9-15. It's also showing 9/4 and 9/5. Okay, it's crazy. Okay, now let's look at the actual Roman numerals in English ordinal. Okay, again, we're going to just use English ordinal because that is the primary cipher that's used just in everything. Okay, by the way, it just happens to be 9 letters, and in a sense, because it's all part of one word or one thing. Okay, 9-1. I mean, it just happens to be that. That's it just happens. And then again, we have 11 times 4 is 44, and that's stinky bo. Okay, it's just crazy. And then watch this. This is phenomenal. This is no way this could be either. Again, we have 9-4 backwards. Again, they like to do things backwards, upside down, backwards, upside down, or both. Okay, upside down and backwards. But here's backwards. 9-4. Are you ready for this? This is 6, 6. 3 plus 1 plus 2 is 6. 6, 6, 6 right here. And then what's this? 7-4. So they're basically saying 9-4 is 7-4. September 4th is September, or Septem is 7-4. And in between is 666. Because this is all about 666. And that's what these days are about. 9-4 and 7-4, which are the same. They're just said different ways because this is 7 and this is Septem, which is 7. They're about him. These days, the 9-4. Okay, now here we go. Watch the next thing. This is insane. Okay, again, Roman numerals. Let's look at the full Roman numerals. We just did the first and last letter codes with Roman numerals. Roman numerals is 7-4. There it goes, 7-4 right there. Boom. English ordinal. Are you kidding me? Now let's look at the 9 again. The other one. Sorry, it's the same thing backwards. Again, these relate to each other. Boom. See, this is forward, and then this is backward. They love the forward and the backward. Okay, so we're going to show you backward on this. Backwards English ordinal. It's crazy. Okay, so first of all, we have 1 plus 2 is 3. So we have it's really 3, 9. What is that? 3 9s, which is upside down and backwards 6, 6, 6. I mean, are you kidding me? It's just what it is. I'm telling you. It's also September 21. It's also September of 21 is when this stuff going to happen. It's all over the place. It's coded in many ways, and a lot of the same numbers mean other things. Like I said, 9/5 is 915. It's nuts. Okay, again, here we have 9-5. Remember the other one started off with 9-4? Do you remember? It was 9-2-2, 9-5. So we have the, again, 9-5 and 9-4, 9-5. There it is again. So 9-5, the opposite. And remember in the forward, normal ordinal was 9-4. It started with 9-4 backwards. Okay, or 9-2-2, which is the same thing as 9-4. And then this is 9-5. And then we have, again, 6-6-6, because 3 plus 3 is 6. 1 plus 5 is 6. And then what is it saying over here? It's saying 9-7. So 9-5 and 9-7. So in a sense, it's saying they're the same too. Why? How? How are they the same? Because I understand how 7-4, 9-4 is 7-4, okay? But how are 5-9 or 9-5 and 9-7? Because we're saying it backwards. We could say it forwards or backwards, whatever. But how are they the same? Now, let me show you this and how it relates to this. Because again, this inscription is the bottom of this, and it's referring to the top of this. Now, let me show you this. So, again, we're going to do it backwards. Okay, backwards. So 9-5 is and 9-7. How is 9-5, 9-7? Well, 9-5 being September 5th is also 9 plus 5 is what? Well, before I do that, actually, again, remember I showed you the 13th level. This is 13 right here. This is 13. That represents the 13 families. That's why we have 13 colonies. That's why we have 13, the eagle, so-called eagle, which is really the phoenix, is holding 13 arrows and 13 leaves and berries and all this kind of stuff because it's the 13 families. And they just said it was because of the colonies. No, it's the 13 families that basically founded this whole thing. And I'm going to show you what they are, okay? So 13, level 13, and then we're going to go to 14 here in a second. But these are the 13 families. And even in this artwork that somebody did, it literally show how they relate to the exact thing, and I've known about this for a while because before I even studied all the stuff that I do on YouTube and stuff, I looked into all, the trillionaires and gazillionaires that own the world basically in the 13 families. These are all the 13 families right here. So you can look at them and pause this if you want, but here we go. Next. And then to prove that, here's one of them. Remember here, Rockefellers right here. The Rockefellers, big industrialists. A lot of these people they made all their money in some kind of area and they wanted to keep it. So they all got together way back when. It goes way back, but if you're talking about industrial age, 1800s, and stuff like that, even back before that, of course, with the founding of the United States. So back in the 1700s, before that, it goes back because there's been deals. But anyway, if I'm just talking about the United States, 1700s, and then they are basically putting all this stuff together. So some even believe, this is David Rockefeller's own book called David Rockefeller Memoirs. This is what he said himself. Some even believe that we are part of a secret cabal. So, let me say this again. Some even believe we are part of a secret cabal working against the best interests of the United States, characterizing my family and me as internationalists, and of conspiring with others around the world to build a more integrated global political and economic structure. One world, if you will. If that's the charge, I stand guilty, and I'm proud of it, says David Rockefeller. And I'm telling you, I've read several books by these jackwagon elites, as they call themselves. The only reason I call them elites is because of what they call themselves, but they're really nothing. They're trash. They're the world's trash, and Jesus is coming soon to take out the trash. He will. You'll see. He's going to give a certain amount of tribulation time for people who don't believe the truth and who buck up against the truth and who are evil in their own hearts and lives, and that's a lot of people. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I have my issues, but I've grown over time, and I trust him as being my complete savior in every single thing. And that's the way it is. And there's no better way than him, than Jesus. And he gives me all this stuff. By the way, like I've said, the stuff I'm sharing with you, some of the stuff that you're going to see is not even known to one human being in the world, even in these jackwagons right here. Okay, now I'm going to show you. So the 13th level right here. So what does that make? So if this is the 13th level and these are the 13th family, what does that make this? The 14th. And that's what 9 plus 5 is, 14. Or 7 plus 7, or 7, 7. Okay, now what is 9/7? 9/7 is September. Remember, this is September 5th, and that's 9/5, which is 14. 9 plus 5 is 14, which 14 is 7 plus 7, or 7/7. And then this is September 7th. That's when he dies. So this is the beginning of his birth. As far as an attack or whatever, it's really 9/1. But as far as an attack, and from attack for the first day all the way to the last day of 9/15, 9/14, 9/15, whatever. But this is September 7th. So September 7, 7 is 7/7 also. That's why these two are the same. This is the same, and the other one you saw was 9/4 is 7/4, and 666 in between them. There's just no way that could be. That this is exactly the same. 666 is in the middle of these both reversed from each other. I mean, I'm going to show you the probabilities of something like that. This is even more than the probability. I'm going to show you on an example. I'm going to show you soon here. It's crazy. Okay, so let's keep going. So 666, okay, that is 9495 right here. Is, again, right here, 94 or 95 is representing 94 and 95. Okay, do you see that? Okay, anyway, and then so let's go to the next thing right here. So wait, what was I going to say about this? 44. Oh, here we go. I'm not sure what I was going to say about this. What my point was with this. 9/4. Maybe I'll think of it. Okay. So on this side, this 9/5 represents 9495 because I said it's a 2-day process all the time. This 9/7 also represents 9/7 and 9/8. Okay, because remember it's a 2-day thing, like I said in the beginning. So why is that important? Okay, because these 2 days are very important, the 7 and the 8 as well as the 4 and the 5 in this timeline, and that's what they're representing right here in these 7 and 7s. Okay, I think I'm missing what oh, that's what it was. Okay, so you have 7/7. Well, the top of the pyramid is really 7/7/7. I'm gonna get that into you. So his death is 9/7, which is 7/7, and then he's got to be 7/7/7 to get to godlike status. So if you take 7/7, which is his death day, you add 7 days, okay, which is 7/7/7, then you get to from here, because that's this day represented. You get from here to there. So you go from this 9/7, which represented both days, really. I could just say 9/7 to 9/14, but it's kind of both days. So if you take September 7th, which is 7/7, plus 7 days is 9/14/15. And a big reason why I'm keeping this also showing 9, 7, and 8 is because this is demise of Obama's or Stinky BO and Trumple, the 8th day. Okay, and then it's going to go 7 days later, and this is when he's going to be revealed. Right in between here, maybe 14 going to the 15th is when he's going to come back to life after he's been eliminated on this day. It's not what I'm saying is possible. Okay, again, this is what the numbers are showing me right now. It's just phenomenal. These numbers are the most incredible ones I've ever had, and you're going to lock it in here real soon. Now watch. I think I missed a point in there, but I don't remember what I was saying, so it's okay. I'm going to keep going forward here because I don't have a lot of time to get into that. So again, remember the Mason is here, M-A-S-O-N. Okay, so that's known by some people and everything. Not a lot of people, but maybe you don't know it now. You know it now. Okay, but I'm gonna show you something that's not known, but only by the top of Masonic stuff, and that's it. Just a few people in the world or whatever know this. It may be the very top in some of these families, and the Lord showed me this very clearly. I couldn't believe it. He said, "Turn this upside down," and then he led me to this, and I literally did this, and it's insane. There it is. Okay, so this is This is literally a satanic. What do you call it? It is a pentagram. Okay, it's a pentagram. Okay, so. And this proves that it's satanic because you got to turn the image upside down, and then a pentagram is an upside down star. Again, we're used to stars being in our flag, which is just so wicked and stuff. Anyway, but upside down, they're pentagrams. Okay, it's a pentagram, and it means so many things. But I'm not getting to all that what it means right now. But right here, if you see this, again, remember it was Mason before, and so now we have something where there's a blank right there. Remember it's Mason because we have M. It's pointed to M. A, S, and then there's something missing here. Okay, let's keep going. I'm not going to get to it right now, but I'm going to show you something. So let's turn upside down. What does this match? This is crazy. Ready? It matches this. This is Washington, D.C., and even more importantly, there's something right down here that this point is pointing to, right down here. And what is that? It's the White House. So you see what is in this circle right there is the White House. See that circle? Do you see this circle right here? There's a circle right down here. Sorry, let me use this. See this circle in the lawn right here? See this circle? See that circle? There's a circle right there. Do you see that? And what is it? What is in that circle? What is in that circle? Kind of the top of the circle. It's kind of the top of the circle, but it's in the circle. It is the White House. I'm just blowing it up so you can see. It's pointing to the White House. Okay, so that is it's cluing you in on there's something with the White House, and it has something to do with the person in the center, in that eye, in the White House. So this even proves what I've said of many times in the past. The evidence shows that the Antichrist will be a president without a doubt, and there's already a president in power right now that's behind the guy who's in power, which is who's behind Biden it. Who is behind it? Him, and everybody knows, and that's why they even voted for him. Stinky BO, the 44th Prez. Are you kidding me? I mean, the guy is about as dumb as a box of rocks. I mean, and he's as senile as they get. Okay, are you kidding me? Everybody knows that's why he came back and everything else. He didn't have a chance in heck, okay, to come back. Everybody knows that. So, like I said, Obama would be back, and he'll be back fully. I already predicted he would be back, and he's already back. Because everybody know. If you don't know that, where are you living? You don't know that Stinky Bill is really the guy behind him. I mean, in fact, he even admitted it with Stephen Colbert, and I showed a video where he said, I'll be happy with being in my sweats and telling somebody what to do in their ear. I mean, seriously, that's what he's doing, and he admitted it on Colbert's show. It's crazy. It's just crazy. He had a new show or something. Anyway, I showed the video of that a while back on one of my videos. Okay, so check this out. And also, White House, the White House in the English ordinal is 166. Well, obviously that's 66, but even more importantly, what is 166? A lot of people don't know this because that's why it's the White House. White House is completely satanic for a number of reasons, and it's because 6 divided by 6 is 1 divided by 6 is 0.166. 166. I'm telling you, believe it or not. Take it or leave it, whatever. And then the White House is also, because it's a proper name, is 923 backwards. Again, we're back to the 923 because that is the code. I'm going to show you why that is. Ultimately, it is 95 as far as the date, the important day. And there we go. The White House is also in reverse full reduction. Again, another reverse one, 9-5 backwards. Boom. Are you kidding me? So now, remember 9-5 right here, and this is reverse ordinal. And then we have reverse full reduction. We have 9-5 or 5-9. Remember, 5-9, 5-9. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so then again, if we're looking at, remember, Mason's in there, in that particular star, the Star of Molech, which is really what it is, not the Star of David. That's all made up. It's all for again, it's the Church of Satan. It's the Bible calls it the synagogue of Satan that worships Molech. Okay, that will try to get all the children sacrificed to Molech, but they're trying to get this hokey pokey. Eventually, this month, before kids go back to school, and they're going to try to get them jabbed. God's not going to let it completely succeed. I'm telling you, we're up against the wall on this. I mean, seriously, the beginning of school is like the end of August, early September, and this is not a coincidence. This is not coming up to the wire at all. No. Okay, so the White House is what it's pointing to, right? And then what's in the White House? Okay, remember this O that's missing right here? Because it's not in this. It's not in this. It's right in the center. It's the O. The I is the O. See the I being the O? And who is the only president with the name O? Obama. Nobama. Beelzebub Butthead. The Lord of the Buttheads. The Chief O. Oh no, it's Obama. Okay, oh no. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Seriously, I mean, it's right here. What did I show you the evidence? It's right here. The I is an O, and it's right there. It completes that MASON. in this satanic symbol. I mean, it's right there. Could it be more clear? Nope, I don't think so. There he is right there. And here, I'll give you more evidence of this. Here he is winking, okay? And remember, he winks, and that's Anuit. Okay, remember? Now, what about this? Sticking out the tongue. Okay, check this out. It's 2 7 7s. Remember I showed you September 7th and September 5th, which is 5 plus 9 is 7, 7 or 14. Remember the 2 7 7s? 2 7 7, sticking out the tongue. Even more. You want even more? Again, it's also 2 plus 7 is 9, and then 7 is also 9 7 when he actually gets eliminated. And this is all falsely. This is all planned. This is all falsos flagzels when he departs. He might literally die. Who knows? Because then Satan's going to come in incarnate and he'll be revealed on the 14/15th. And then look, one eye closed right here, or winks. Okay, right? One eye closed is 1 times, or just take away the 1. September 9th. Are you kidding me? September 9th, September 9th. September 9th was up here. I mean, are you kidding me? There's no, this can't be. I'm proving it here. Okay, so let me show you why this is very important. This is so crazy. Okay, so M, again, here's what these equal. This is Roman numerals for 1776. M equals 1,000, D equals 500, all that kind of stuff down here, right? Okay, so how this, when you combine this, okay, you can do it this way. 1 plus 6 is 7, so it's 777, or you just add them up. It doesn't matter, but this is how they do it secretly. This is how, again, remember I said scrambled stuff. So 1 plus 6 is 7, so you got 777, and even if you add these all up, it ends up being 21. So that's another reason why we're in the year 21. We're in the year 21. 2021 or 221s or 2 U's. 21 is the U is the 21st letter of the 21st letter of the alphabet. U is, and if we are at 2020 or 2 U's, 221, then we're in 2 U's, which is what? A double U. And that's why I figured out in iPad Go, it's the 3 W's or the 555 and the 666. Okay, so 21 is, why are we in this year? Why is it important that it's in this year? Because that's what this adds up to. And also, 21 is 3, and that is the top of the pyramid. Now, I'm going to explain this to you. So if you take each one of these Roman numerals right here, they divide them up into 3 pyramids. I'm going to show you why. Again, some of the Masons don't even know this. Okay, so you go M, D, C, C, L, X, X, V, I. Again, well, it's all up here. So M is here, D is down there, C, so you go boom, 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 boom. Let me do it with this, actually. So boom, 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 C, L, X, X, V, I. Okay, boom. Now, this is how they do this. This is how they break down what this really means, okay? And this is why it's so important that this is all coming together. Okay, so let me make this point as well. So why are there 3 pyramids? Because in the world, there are 3 forms of the control. There are 3 forms of control. You could say the ministry of truth, the ministry of, like in 1984, the different ministries that are supposed to be the ministry of truth. I always thought that was so funny. The ministry of truth, which is it's the place in the book or the movie 1984. The ministry of truth is where they go to change the past and change books and change everything else. The ministry of truth. Yeah, pretty much. That's how it goes. So what is this pointing to on the Economist cover in World in 2017? What's this pointing to right here? One of the tarot cards. One of these tarot cards is telling the truth. And what is it? The truth is that these 3, in a sense, those 3 pyramids that you saw, that will really cause the world to go into the new age or whatever. The 3. Who are these 3? Do you know about these 3? Do you know about these 3? We're talking about... Do you know this? Do you know this? This is... well, I'm going to show you in a second. But these 3 have to do with the corruption of, books, media, art. I mean, all kinds of stuff. It's all there. It's everything that's controlled. It's all predictive programming. Is what they're showing. These 3 institutions, in a sense, which are separate businesses, by the way. They have their own... They're not a public trust at all. They're their own trust. They're owned by these 13 families. And if you really looked up the information, like I have, you'd see they own this stuff. These are not just like the Fed, the Federal Reserve. Is it really federal? Is it really a government entity? No, it's not. It's a privately owned bank. a conglomeration of privately owned banks, world banks. I mean, seriously, these independent, what we call cities or corporations, are not for the people. Now I'll show you what they are. So here they are right here. And it's showing this, it's admitting this on this, and then they corrupt everything else like I showed above that. Okay, so what are these three? I'm going to prove it. Boom. This one is, what's this? Any idea? This is in Rome. I'm not Rome. This is in London. This is London. This is the financial control. This is London. This is the Royal Exchange. And by the way, Royal Exchange is RE, which is 95. Imagine that. RE first letter code. This is the Royal Exchange. This is London, the financial capital of the world. The financial control of the world. I'm telling you, the control. These three pyramids, in a sense, of these three structures are controlling the world to get it to this ultimately top of the pyramid. What's this? See these pillars? See this dome on the top? What is that? That is the Parthenon in Rome. Rome oversees the spiritual so-called control, the Catholic Church. Okay, so we have financial, we have spiritual, and then we have this. What's this? This is the military-industrial complex. Just like, who said that first? Really, as far as I know back, as far as like publicly, it was Eisenhower. Eisenhower, listen to or watch his farewell address. He's called us the military-industrial complex, and he warned of it. He warned of us when in his farewell speech, because he was one of them. He was just his predictive programming, and so that's represented by this. Ultimately, what is it? That's a symbol on the back of our currency, but I don't know, $1 bill. But what is it ultimately representing? A lot of people don't know this. The Lord's made this very clear to me, and I'm going to reveal it to you right now. Are you ready for the big boom? It's that. What's that? That is the top of the Washington Monument. And guess what? Guess what? It's got 13 levels and a 14th top cap. Do you know that? So there's this guy up here. He's up there right here. Right at the very top up there is a little cap, just like the all-seeing eye right up here. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13 where the guy is right here. His chest is right at the 13th one. And they're stacked just like the Masonic one on the dollar bill. I mean, look at the dollar bill. You see these blocks, and they're stacked the way they are? This is stacked just like that. I'm telling you, the Lord showed me this. So again, this is the 13th level, and then we have something on the very top. What is it? It's this. It's changed over time, but it originally was this capstone right here, and then it's changed to this weird-looking thing. I mean, there's supposed to be like a lightning thing, but I think it looks more Egyptian, and with like obelisks around it, or it's also supposed to be like a lightning rod thing, but that means more. I haven't really dove into what that really means exactly as far as the look of it and everything, but there's so much to this. But I'm really getting into the main inscription on this thing, which is right here. Now check this out. The Latin phrase Laus Deo, which translates to praise be to God, is engraved on a 9-inch tall aluminum pyramid that tops the monument. Again, this is the all-seeing eye representation. It also represents, like I said, the Washington, D.C., which is a private company. It's not in the public interest whatsoever. It's completely privately founded by these families. That's a fact. Look it up. You'll find. You do any kind of research, you'll find that. You'll be shocked. I mean, like I found years ago. And that's kind of led me to a lot of these other things that are going to happen and such. So, in fact, Laus Deo it doesn't mean to be to God. You could translate that in a way, but it's just simply praise God. Praise God. And I'm going to show you what that means. Maybe they did this to kind of cover up what it actually means, because Gematria is actually praise God. It's crazy. So, I want to prove how this is. And by the way, this is the seat of, again, the military-industrial complex. But they're going to get rid of it. And they're going to make China and even Russia probably co-military industrial kind of thing. But more, of course, I should say it this way. Yeah, I mean, China's going to be the industrial, really, because it's going to be eventually be the industrial, maybe 100%. But for the whole world system, that's going to happen. That's going to be the primary one for a while. But the United States is going to be knocked off the top. It's not going to be the hammer of the world, as the Bible describes, which describes how Babylon is the hammer of the world, which happens to do with the military part. We hammer our enemies, and we're the policemen of the world, and that's about to stop. They're done with the United States. they're done, and we won't be able to have a pot to piss in when they finish with the United States, and when God finishes with it as well. There'll be no military at all. Anyway, so the power that we were would be completely gone and everything. So here we go. I'm gonna prove this. Watch this. Laos Dio is 7-7. Remember I said the top of the pyramid was 7-7, and that just happens to be that. One more, praise God, is what that really translates to. It's exactly backwards. September 4th plus 1 is September 5th. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then, of course, again, that's also 5-9, because you can look at it this way as well, 5-9. So it's either way, 9-4 plus 1 is 9-4, 9-5, or just straight 5-9, whatever. And remember, at the top of the pyramid was the 5-9, which was 5 plus 9 is 14, or 7-7. Boom. And then, remember, this says, why is it a 9-inch tall aluminum pyramid? I'm going to show you why. 9-inch is reverse ordinal for 14. What's 14? 7 and 7. Aluminum is 14, or 104, which is 14. What's 14? Again, 7 and 7. And then what's pyramid? 8-6, which is what? 8 plus 6 is 14. This is all coincidence that these are all in English ordinal or reverse? No, I don't think so, because that's the top of the pyramid. It's the all-seeing eye, which is 7-7, and he's going to die on 7-7, which is September 7, or 7-7, September 7th. Okay, and then 7 days later is the 14th. Again, September 7th is 7/8. Depends on, because you can look at the day it happens and the day it's reported also, and then also 2 days, 2 days in the time as far as on the world. We're in 2-day periods here. Like I said earlier, hope that makes sense. And then he's going to be revealed 7 days later, which is the 14th/15th. And so that makes it 7-7-7, which makes it 21, which makes it 3. Okay, and now let me get into that even more here. So again, we have these broken up, and what are each of these? And when they're broken up this way, the 3 sources of power in the world. Is what that means. I'm showing you. I'm proving it to you. Boom, it's 1,000. So look at it. Check this out. We have 1,000. M is 1,000, and then we have 100. We have 10. We have 500, 150, 10. See how this synchronizes? It's really crazy. See how this synchronizes exactly? What are the chances of this unless it's exactly planned? If you don't, this is so detailed. If you just go right over this, you don't see how detailed this. You're not paying attention. You need to take some time to think about this if you don't understand it, because it is there. I absolutely guarantee it's there. And if you don't see it, that's you don't understand numbers, or you can't put these things together, unfortunately, and that's on you. But I'm trying to help you with this, and I'm trying to do it step by step. And these are called powers of a 10. The powers of a 10, okay? And really it's saying, hintingly, powers of a 10. What's a 10? The powers of a 10, or powers of a 10. The A10 was the disk of the sun, and originally an aspect of Ra, the sun god, in traditional ancient Egyptian religion. But Akhenaten, or Akhenaten, see this? Akhenaten, A10, see that? Made it sole focus of an official worship during his reign. And again, you look at the sun, or A10, the eye, all-seeing eye being the sun and radiating, or the SON of the the god, sun god. Anyway, this is crazy. This is all part of their Babylonian mystery religion. All these other religions like Egyptian, Roman, Greek. These are all these religions. All these what do you call it? Oh yeah, the mysticism, all the gods and everything, all this stuff has to do with ultimately the Antichrist. It really does. It's all mythic. It's all myth. It's all, anyway. Here, let's keep going here. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say, but anyway, okay, let's keep going. So then, what are those reduced down to? Take away the zeros, and we have this. Not on the bottom here. We have they added the bottom. Actually, we're adding the bottom together. The 5. Wow. Okay, we're adding the bottom. 500, 150, and 10, and 5 and 1. And we're going 660 and 6. What's 660 and 6? Is 666. And the top is 1,110, which is 111. So they want to go from the bottom of the pyramid, which is 666, and they're going to add the 111 on the top, and they're going to go from 666 to 777. Okay, 666 to 777. What's 666? man in base or beast, man in beast consciousness or base consciousness, thought, emotion, action, inactive, incomplete. So physical, the physical man, okay? And he is going to be said to be the first person to reach immortality, the AC, the Antichrist. Okay, so he wants to be 3. And he is 3 in many ways as far as numerically and all the stuff that they show. He's also 666. So 6, okay, let me show you how this works. Bottom of the pyramid is 666, top of the pyramid is 777. And we know that is Jehovah looks like 777. Some people think it looks like 717, but it's kind of hidden. It looks like 777. I could show that on here, and then what's 777? Man in unity consciousness, thought, emotion, action, activated, unified, complete. That's 777. Or again, 7 plus 7 plus 7 is 21, which is right here. Or 666 is 18. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. And then again, we have 21. 2 plus 1 is 3. And 1 plus 8 is 9. Okay? And so we're going to go from 9 to 3. The bottom of the pyramid to base consciousness or beast consciousness to unity, to spiritual perfection, basically what they believe, to 3. Or 9 TO3, 9 to 3, or 9 to 3. Get it? Okay, boom, hope you get it. So 923 is really 95, because 23 is 95, that's hidden. And remember, 95 is 9 plus 5 is 14, or the 77 at the top of the pyramid. So he's going to die in 77, plus 7 more days will be 777. That's the top of the pyramid, because he's 3. And because it's this year. I mean, there's so much in here. I can't even explain all of it. So that's why we have 923, and that's why 923 is very important. I'm going to show you how 923 is really important in many ways. So Stinky B.O. so the Antichrist met with a false prophet, and that's who the Lord told me that years ago, that they are that. By the way, he's the 266th Pope, and that's how many days for a twin. And these are the twins. Look at this. The yin and the yang, the dark and the light. See that? Dark and light. And 266 days for for a twin to form in the womb. 266 days. And then he'd be 266 too. These are the twins in a sense. But it's also talking about the good and the white as far as the man-child going to heaven, and then the evil, the female, and he is a Baphomet or more female than male, and his so-called wife is Michael. Anyway, okay, all this stuff. Okay, bam. And so those two met on 9/23/2015. 9/23, because it's really 9/5. And 9/23. Okay, then 2 years later, exactly 2 years later. Then, by the way, that's when they met in Washington. And then the next day, he addressed Congress for the first time that ever a pope had. It was totally inappropriate. It was just ridiculous. And then exactly 2 years later was the Revelation 12 sign on 9/23. And again, I'm going to show you about this and how this totally adds up. It's really crazy. Okay, so boom, 9/23. And again, we're going 9/23. That's why they even showed this. Secretly, it's going from 9TO3 or 923, bottom of the pyramid to top of the pyramid, and that's why this is very valid. This time frame is so valid because of what I'm going to show you very soon, and you're going to blow. It's a mind blowing. And let's keep even going further. Okay, so 14 days before the Revelation 12 sign was Jupiter exiting Virgo when it was bouncing around inside Virgo like a baby for 9 prophetic months and 23 days, which is 9/23. And then it popped out on 9/9, 14 days before this, 9/9. From 9/9, when it actually birthed out, to Obama's next birthday, August 4th, 2018, was 329 days, or 9/3 backwards, because he wants to go from 9/3. Okay, as I'm telling you. And 9/3 what is 329 is 9/3, and that was his 57th birthday, or you can look at it as 7/7, because 5 is 7, or you can look at it as 7 being Septem 7/5, 9/5, and this is 9. 2 plus 3 is 5. Boom. Hopefully that makes sense. It's crazy. It's crazy. So this is again what they believe. 666 going to 777, and again we have the 93. Remember on the attack that happened, 20 now close to now 20 years ago, that was on 9/1, and then the 1, it was representing there was a flight 93 that crashed. That's not a coincidence, because they want to show 9/3 or 93. They showed that's also the law of Thelema is 93, Aleister Crowley stuff, and that's all about what's coming, what they want to do. Okay, again, powers of a 10. It's right here, but Akhenaten was the one who made this possible, and I've said many times that Stinky BO is a clone of Akhenaten, and I proved it many ways. And here's one I shared before, but I'm gonna expand on this. Barack Obama, which Jesus said in Luke 10:18, in original Aramaic, Aramaic Hebrew is Barack Obama is lightning falling from the heights. He says, I see Satan as lightning falling from the heights or heaven. That's Barack Obama. He literally said, and then they made, the elites that made him a clone, made him, turned his name into Barack Obama. Before it was Barry Storer and some other names, whatever. So they changed it to that, okay? And then how does he equal Akhenaten? Well, look. I mean, look at this right here. I mean, isn't it obvious? I mean, look how his nose exactly matches. I mean, look how they probably put a face cast of it right to here, and then of course you have a really stylized eye, and the rest of the head is kind of distorted and stuff and all that. But he is. I mean, look at the noses perfectly. Look at the lips match, and look at this crazy crease right here. It's exactly the same. I mean, it is phenomenal. It literally goes. It's exactly the same. This guy is a clone of this guy. It just looks like him. You can't even imagine. And he's admitted it. I'm going to show you that. Now, let me show you some of the other connections here. Okay, again, remember I said the 474, which is really 4th of July, July 4th. It's a mirror of itself. Okay, again, why? Because 7 months and 4 days into the year is August 4th. His birthday, which is the 216th day of the year, 666. 6 times 6 times 6. I mean, it just goes and goes and goes, and I could spend it forever. Again, also, look at Barack Obama. 234 added to its reverse, 432 is 666. And look, we have 9/5 or 915. So 95 is 666 because 234 is saying 234 plus 432 is 666. And we have 9/5 or 915 right here. It's right. It's all right here. Oh man, this is crazy. If you didn't know that, more information. And then again, Barack Obama is Akhenaten because in the same exact English Sumerian is 474. Both of them are exactly. And I'm going to show you even more that are mind blowing. Again, remember Anuit was 474 in English Sumerian. Remember, and it was Winks. And then Obama beast, because the Bible says that he is the beast. He's the number of the beast is 666. And remember, he was born on 216th day of the year, which is 6 times 6 times 6. So he is beast. So Obama beast just happens to be 474. I don't think so. And then check this. He is Mabus. Now, this isn't reverse English, but they relate to each other. I'm showing you things that relate to each other. English, reverse English. English Sumerian, reverse English Sumerian, doesn't matter. So, same, Mabus. What's Mabus? And you know Nostradamus or any of his stuff. He predicted 3 different antichrists, he says, something like that. And the first one, I think, is probably Napoleon. The best describe it like probably Napoleon. The next one is Hitler. And then the third one is Mabus. And he says some different things about Mabus. And I'm going to show you some stuff he says real quick. But I'm going to prove that Mabus is Stinky BO, the 44th press. This dude right here. This snake-eyed dude right here. And Snake Eyes is also... Snake... Listen, by the way, Snake Eyes was a character in G.I. Joe when I was a kid. And he's a black, all black, and he was a good guy. Normally, way in the past, black, good guys don't wear black or whatever, all that stuff. The good guy wore the white hat, and the bad guy wore the black hat. I mean, westerns and all that stuff. But so he was a guy that was all black, and he was a good guy, and his name was Snake Eyes. And Snake Eyes exactly backwards is 915. First letter code. He's got a snake eye right here, snake eye right there. Boom. See, there's so much in all this. I can't say everything. It'd be a 5-hour video here, and I'm already at over 1.5. Crazy. Okay, so this is in his Quatrain 62, Nostradamus, and his Century 2. Mabus soon dies, and I'm saying, it's so crazy because I'm saying he's going to die. It doesn't say about him coming back to life in here, but he will. Mabus soon dies, and there is a terrible slaughter of people and animals. And like I said, there's all these attacks. Eventually, there's going to be the tsunamis and all this other sort of stuff. There's going to be nukes going off. And then there is a thirst, hunger, famine when the comet is seen. And how many times I said a meteorite or comet on the 4th or 5th day, and one specifically hitting Las Vegas, okay, bam, and the Gematria have been shown for comet and asteroid, or it might even be a dead comet. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's literally all over. Even in The Shining, in the guy that was the guy who hired Jack in the movie, on the wall, there's a picture and it looks like a comet coming in. It's just crazy. It's like, what? It's everywhere. This stuff's everywhere. And everything I've shared on this for the last 2 years is all here and more. And here we go. Ready? Mabus. And this is another reason why iPad shows only these two presidents. Because, and even Bush Sr. brought in Obama. In fact, Judge Joe Brown, he has had a show on TV in daytime, whatever. I've really never watched it, but I know who the guy is because I was always see stuff on him or whatever. I literally have a video. They go back in my videos a ways back. Maybe it's about 2 years, or a year and a half or something, where he talks about how George Sr., again, he died at 94, he raised Obama in a sense because he was in the CIA, and he raised Obama to be an asset for the CIA, and he said he would give him candy. And that's why this whole thing with Michael or Michelle gets candy from George W. Bush, the Jr., this guy you see right here. He gets candy from her because it's going back to when George H.W. Bush would give candy to him as a kid and bringing him up as a CIA asset. Anyway, but Obama Bush is Mabus. It's really showing him, but I'm just showing how these guys are intertwined. They're on the same group, the same team. It's just phenomenal. What it is. I got more though. Again, remember, Mabus is 474. So is Obama. So is all this kind of stuff. It's crazy. Mabus. Okay, so this was his book that Nostradamus released, his first releasing of this, or what do you call the first the first printing or whatever. There's a name for that. Anyway, I can't think of it. It was 1555. I mean, are you kidding me? I've been talking about 555 being the code for a long time, but then even more than that, it's 655. 1 plus 5 is 6, right? 655, which is upside down and backwards 955, which is what? That is September 5th, 2021 is 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. 955. And it's right there. You add 1 to 5, you get 655 upside down and backwards. It's 955, 95. I mean, how many times I got to show you 95? I mean, here's more. More is coming. And then let me just show you how absolutely impossible. This is his book, Les Prophéties. Okay, in French, Les Prophéties. Okay, by de Michel Nostradamus. Okay, Michel. Okay, how do you? I took 2 years of French, but it's been a while. I've forgotten most of it, but some I remember. I was a mistake. I should have taken Spanish. That would have been a much better choice. Anyway, so but I was a stupid kid. I didn't know what I was doing. No one really gave me direction. My family was kind of at that time really lost and gone and everything else. So Les Prophéties is incredible. This is impossible. I've never seen quite anything like this. Let me show you why this is. Okay, so we have English order reverse, the exact same number. And a lot of these have to do with 666 because this is 216. 216. You know, sense backwards, it could be 216, but this is another way to do it backwards. You just say 2 and then 16. 216 is 6 times 6 times 6. Or 3 6 is 3 sixes. Okay, anyway, the same number, this and its reverse. Same number, this and its reverse. This is the exception to all these, is that it's not the same number, but it is 7, 4 plus 7 is 11, and this is 7, 11 backwards. So that's another weird thing. But it doesn't matter. But I'm just using that to show you. And then this is 214, 214. It's reverse. Frank Bacon is 322, 322. Same satanic, reverse satanic, 582. 972, 972, 1342, and reverse triangle 1342. Squares 2522, 2522. I mean, these all have to do with the numbers I've been talking about. 2 5s, 322, skull and bones. I mean, all this kind of stuff. It's all there, or it's 666 or whatever. But this is amazing. Now, if you ever see, you'll never see this. By the way, if you look and you look and you look and you look, I've only found 2 other things that are close, but not the same word or the same phrase. Okay, this is the only one I've ever found. This is like finding Gematria bliss or something. It's impossible. And I'm going to show you how impossible this is by giving you a little bit of a taste of how impossible this is. Okay, because a lot of people don't understand this, and this is where I'm going to get into this. It's impossible! Unless it's completely designed by demons, because even humans can't come up with this. If you understand this whatsoever, you will understand what I'm saying. There's no human being that could know that le prophecy is all these things. The chance of it being is so many zeros, and it just is ridiculous. Now I'm gonna give you one taste of this, how this is. So let's look at le prophecy. Okay, the phrase or the two words here. Now I'm gonna show you the example of these tumblers. This is an old tumbler, a lock. Okay, and it's not not one through 9 and a 0 or 10 possibilities on each tumbler. It's 26 because there's 26 letters in the alphabet. So this is a big, huge tumbler. 26 letters, 26 letters, 26 letters, 26. Okay, so do you get that point? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, I'm doing this for a lot of you that don't understand numbers and how this works and how impossible all these things that I'm talking about are. And I'm going to finally use this to show you this one, Le Prophecy. That's absolutely the most amazing thing I've ever found in all of this stuff. Okay, and it's from Nostradamus, of course. And this also proves that he was a Mason. And this is all planned. These are all the numbers that work out. He's not just a soothsayer or a mystic or whatever, astronomist or astrologist or whatever. It's all numbers. It's all tapped into demons and everything. Okay, it's not good. So that was 7 wide. This is what? That's 7 wide. This is 13 letters. So just imagine you have 13 letters in this configuration in these many tumblers. Now I'm going to show you something. Now listen, let's just say you had one tumbler. If I picked R and then you had one tumbler and you didn't know what letter it was, you'd have a 1 in 26 chance of getting to that R or getting to the right letter I picked. Because if I'm trying to lock you out of my garage or something and I have this on there, let's say I just have one tumbler and there's 26 possibilities, one tumbler with 26 letters possible, and I said, now let's say I want to make it R, and then you have 1 in 26 chance, okay, of getting that R. Now imagine if I had 13 tumblers, and I was a fan of Nostradamus, and I put in his book Le Prophecy, okay, and I put that in. That's right across here between these two lines was going to unlock this thing. What are the chances that you would get to that exact word, and that you'd ever get it? Would you even bother? No. If you even bother, you'd be the dumb as dirt. I mean, you wouldn't even bother because there's no way you can figure it out. There's no, you could do it every single day, and I'm going to show you what the chances would be that you get the exact word right here. Oh, I missed a slide. Shoot. Forget about, ignore this for a second. If you go, so that's a 26 tumbler, 26 letters. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13. So it's 26, and every time you add a tumbler, it's times 26, times 26. That is a 1 to get, for me to put in Le Prophecy on my tumbler, on my lock, with that kind of a lock, with 13 tumblers wide. For you to try to get this, it would be a 1 in 8,732,000,000 chance. Okay? And that's just the name. Now that would be equated to Le Prophecy and then doing it the same number backwards. Pretty close. I might be off a little bit, but that's a minimum number it would be. Minimum number. Now that's just one. That's just English ordinal, and it's reverse. And to put this in perspective, this is the 1 in 8 trillion chance you'd have. Okay, and then the Mega Millions jackpot is 1 in 302,575,350. Okay, and you're 30 times less likely to hit this than you are the Mega Millions, and this is roughly. Oh, that's why I had another. Shoot, I had it in the wrong order there. Whatever. Okay, sometimes I had to delete a slide or whatever. Anyway, boom. So it doesn't matter now. But that's basically almost the amount of people in America. There's about 330 million in America right now. So you have one person in America almost chance of winning the Mega Millions. Okay. So would you even try? Are you dumb enough to even try that? Maybe you are. Maybe you think you have a shot, which you don't have. Pretty much you could just say you don't have a shot. I mean, why put money into something with those kind of odds? You don't have a shot. I mean, even 1 in 50 odds is a horrible shot. If you had 50 people where you work and you go, I don't want, so I'm going to put $100 in to get a TV. Everybody put in let's say it was a $5,000 television or $5,000 something. You all put $100 in, and whoever got the best, closest guess to something, they get. Are you going to put a 1 in 50 shot? No, that's bad. Now imagine 302 million, or one person out of all the United States. I mean, just roughly. then this is even worse. This is even 30 times that for le prophecy to be the same word, the same number forwards as backwards. Hopefully that makes sense. It's just so impossible. And that's, again, that's about how many Americans in the U.S. It's actually about 330 million, something like that. But that's really close. So I can roughly say it's about, you'd be the only one in America if you won the Mega Millions, and that's your chances. One in all the rest of Americans. That's not worth your time unless you're just not the brightest bulb in the socket. Anyway, so again, I showed all this thing about the 474, right? Well, he also said when he was, I'm trying to show you that. Let me go back here. I'm sorry. I was going to show you this. I thought I had the slide in here, but okay. So we're gonna go back. So again, from these two to be the same. Again, that's that $5 trillion chance. Now you have this, 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 all these other ones. So that's like winning the Mega Millions several times in a row. That's it's even greater than that. It's even greater than that. But I'm just gonna give you an example so your brain can kind of wrap around the idea. Maybe you can if you're not very good at numbers. I don't know. Maybe you still can't. I don't know. Okay, so but that's what that is. Okay, all these things I said 474 and how he was, how he is the beast, how he is forced, all that stuff. Okay, then here he is. He's literally in the tomb of Akhenaten. I mean, first of all, what are the chances that anybody's going to be in the tomb of Akhenaten, let alone the person I say is his clone? He's going to be in the tomb of Akhenaten. You could also be in the tomb of any other pharaoh, and there were several pharaohs. So you're gonna, okay, maybe every president went to every pharaoh's tomb, but I doubt it. I mean, so you just think of all the probabilities. I mean, and then here he is. He's pointing. This guy's showing inside here. He's pointing to this likeness, not this exact likeness right here, but another likeness of Akhenaten, and he's pointing to it. And he says, "That looks like me. That looks like me," and that is exactly 1 + 3 is 4, 7, 4, 4, 7, 4. Just like all these other 474s I showed you, that just happens to be that? I don't think so. And he says it like it's a matter of fact. He didn't say it like, if it looked like me, I'd be like, well, gosh, that looks like me. That's weird. Like, it looks a lot like me. And it looks just like him. And so he's like, oh, that looks like me. Like, he knew it already. And I know how to read people's influx and their facial language and all that kind of stuff and how they are. I mean, it's very good at that. I was in sales for over 20 years. And I'm pretty good at reading people and seeing what's on their face. I can tell when most people are lying because the way they have a tell. Or when people are playing poker, you can tell by the way their faces and how they react to things. There's micro expressions and things that people have, and I'm very good at reading those kind of things. I have been for years, and the Lord's also taught me things too. But he acting like it's no big deal, but he has to say it though because it's saying I'm the guy without being obvious. It's just crazy. It's so crazy how this is. Again, that's 474 Akhenaten because that's where he is. And then this whole thing here, that looks like me. Look at those ears. He says, look at those ears. And that is 216, English Sumerian. Again, his birthday, 216th day of the year, which is August 4th. And that, again, is 6 times 6 times 6. And all those other 666s I said, like 3 6 or 3 6s, 6 12, 12 6. 21 times 6 is 126. I mean, all this stuff, all these 666s. And that just happens to be him. And I'm just making stuff up. I mean, seriously. Now, I'm backing it up with solid numbers and evidence. And if you don't see that, that's on you. That is on you. When you stand before Jesus and you haven't adjusted your life according to this stuff, you haven't been warned, you don't realize all this stuff, and there's all these repercussions with your family and you and everything, that's on you. I'm warning you. I'm doing my job, what I'm supposed to do. If you can't see that, you need to wake up. You really need to wake up. If you can, good for you. And praise God. Praise God. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, so also, look at this. Obama is 666, just happens to be 216, which is 6 times 6 times 6. And then, again, remember those possibilities of that reverse of le prophecy being to the normal? And because it was English ordinal and reverse, and that was just one of them. Obama is 666 is an English ordinal and the same exact number in reverse ordinal, which is over again. And that's even more characters. And let me show you what that is. So that's even more characters. That is 26 to the 16th power. Because again, there's 26 letters on each tumbler and you go 16 of them. 26 to the 16th power is this. the chances that Obama, the phrase Obama is 666, which has to do with him, and it equals 216. 216 is 6 times 6 times 6. Even adds more multipliers to this number on the bottom. But I'm just going to say that the phrase on top, which is an English ordinal, is exactly the phrase on the bottom, which is reverse ordinal, and then the same ordinal, but one's reverse of the other. Just that fact is 153 trillion 473 billion 632 million chance in one that they're going to be the same. Not to mention that it's 216 and that relates to his birth. Now that's probably add another times 365 because all the 365 days in the year and the chance would happen on the exact day of his birth. To add another 3 times that by 365 and then probably a few other factors. I don't know. But anyway, so hopefully that makes sense. It's impossible. I'm sorry, but this is all the things I'm showing you when you add them all together are just zeros going down the block. Around your block, you know, to the store, coming back to you. I'm sorry. This every time I add more stuff, it's just it's the improbability is just so sick that it just can't be. The only answer is it's designed that way. That's the only answer that your brain could come up with, unless you're in La La Land. Now, a lot of people in La La Land, that's okay. If you enjoy being in La La Land and you want to put the blinders on, you want to keep your head in the sand, that's on you. Go ahead. I'm just the messenger. I'm not going to tell you what to do, where to go, what to believe. No, not at all. I would never do that. I'm just a messenger. You're here on my channel. This is my channel. I didn't come to your house. I didn't knock on your door. You came to my house. You came to my house, and I'm warning you. You came to my house, and then you have the nerve to come to my house and then slam me for showing you the truth and giving you all the numbers I could possibly give you and evidence and symbols and everything. Who are you? Who do you think I mean, the arrogance of people to come to my channel and give me a hard time about my channel when all I'm trying to do is save people and help you, and you can't see that? Man, you are blind as a bat. Sorry, but I'm just telling you the truth. That's how it is. And all of you that understand this or see something in this, God bless you. Jesus bless you big time, because it's the truth. And then here it is. I've shown this many times before as well. Barack Obama is a clone, and I've shown in many ways how he is. And then so is Vladimir Putin. Vladimir, right? Vladimir, yeah, Vladimir Putin. In fact, his name is more than that. And how are these two connected? They're connected in a lot of ways because they're both clones, but also because of Julius Caesar. I mean, but let me give you another way they're connected. That's another revelation of the Lord that's incredible. Well, again, remember I said the Barack, the insane Obama-shish, is, I don't know if hey, listen, YouTube could just go to me. They could say to me on this video, to say, oh, this is bullying of this guy, you know, Beelzebub head. You can't say Beelzebub head to a former, 44th pres. You can't say, so they could just get rid of it. I mean, the algorithms could change overnight, or they don't want this information out because it's actually true and it's showing the actual day. They could do that. And again, also, let me show you this. If you didn't know this, and I've showed this before, Barak is 216. Again, 6 times 6 times 6. There's a bunch of stuff right in here. Anyway, so again, also remember that 9 September 7th and 8th, again, demise of him, demise of Trumple, has to do with this guy coming in and wiping up after it. Okay, but anyway, his name is 978. What's his name? Ooh, ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Okay. Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. I'm just saying that several times. Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin is 978. 9, 1 plus 8 is 9, and then 7, 8 is right here. Here we go. Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin is 978. This nugget right here is 978 also. So yeah, I'd like doing voices, but I don't get a chance to do it very much. I try to do more, but I think people would just say that I don't really care if I did it more. I should probably not care, but I care. And people that have been listening to watching my channel, they know I care. I wouldn't be doing this. I don't want to do this if I'm not trying to warn people. If not what the Lord wants me to do for people, because it's too hard to keep punching out these dates and things that are so plausible. And this one is the most I've ever seen. The most plausible I've ever seen. I'm going to keep going with that. Oh, man, we're almost 2 hours. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Let's keep going. So, again, there's that 978. Like I said, 978 right here. And again, that's September 7th and 8th. I mean, are you kidding me? This is so crazy. And there it is right there. I just showed you earlier. Okay, boom. Let's keep going. I got to get to this last leg that's just really important. So here's a Revelation 12 sign. This is when Jupiter entered Virgo and bounced around inside. That's amazing. I mean, there's so much to this I could get into, and I have, that makes this absolutely real. And it bounced around in here for how long? First of all, okay, then when it, 14 days later, once it came out on 9/9/2017, then, let me do this. Okay, this is, Saturn's way down here. Let me use this. Saturn's way down here, but it's alignment all these planets, and then they're aligned again 777 days later. I'm going to show you that. This is nuts. So these are all lined up right here, and then there's that red line that shows it. All these, so we have, basically we have Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, Mars, Venus, and then even Regulus is lined up with this, and even kind of the sun, it depends. Right in here. So all these 5 planets and the sun. Okay, so 6 bodies that move in our perspective, in a sense, right? Okay, so when this went inside Virgo, I'm going to show you this with this other thing here. Actually, let's go right here. Let's go on this chart right here. So when this went inside Virgo, when Jupiter went inside Virgo on November 20th, 2016, it bounced around inside Virgo for what? 293 days exactly. And look, 9 is in the middle of 23, or 923. Okay, that's a coincidence? I don't think so. Again, we're talking about, and then it came out of the legs. Oh wait, hold on. So 923 days is what? It's literally 9 prophetic months, or 9 30-day periods plus 23 days. So that's 923. See, 9 in the middle of 23, and that actually is in prophetic months and days is 9 prophetic months, or 9 30-day periods and 23 days. What, are you kidding? And it happened 14 days later, and this alignment of these planets, and the sign was on 923. 923, 923, 923. What are they saying? I'm going to show you what they're saying. Remember what I said about going from 9 to 3? Okay, here we go. Are you ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Okay, here we go. And then 777 days later, the top of the pyramid went to the Golden Gate alignment. The Golden Gate alignment is something I found. I'm calling it that because I don't know anybody who's coined it or anything, or even found it. So literally you have the same Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury and Mars, and the sun's right here in alignment right here, and it was over the Golden Gate Bridge, and I'll show you in a second. And that happened on, look, November 9th, 2019, or backwards 9/1/1. Okay. Okay, this is crazy. This is so much to this. Let's keep going. Because here it was on November 9th of 2019 at 2:40 in the afternoon. This exactly appeared. I don't have the best way of showing this because I couldn't find a camera that would really show this light, but the position of these here, and then from the particular island or even part of San Francisco, you could see it basically is right over here. It was parallel to the Golden Gate Bridge, showing that the Golden Gate was going to open at some point. And I knew that. When I saw this back then, I knew, but I didn't know when that point was, and now I think I might know. So that is a perfect alignment. The exact same 5 planets that was in the Revelation 12 sign plus the sun are in alignment right here. Okay, boom. And then to confirm that, Daniel Cannon found this. He was looking at how they were burning, and I also found how they've been burning, especially a year ago, where they were burning. They were using DEWs, dues, to basically burn holes and start these fires. And this was an exact alignment. See this? What are the chances? Not a chance at all that all these major fires in California would have been in an exact line at the same time. No, I don't think so. And then this one was the biggest one by far, okay? And he pointed that out. They were all exactly in the line. This is planned. Why was this planned? Well, I don't think he realized this, and I put it together because I was looking at this configuration at that time, and then I ended up seeing him do a video on this. I couldn't believe it. And so then if you look at, this is where the Golden Gate Bridge is right here. So I put a little line there in gold, the Golden Gate Bridge right here. And this is parallel in the ground to this, just like this is parallel to the Golden Gate Bridge in the air. So if you take these together, parallel in the ground, parallel in the sky, and then the Golden Gate Bridge is right here and is also represented right there. These line up exactly. Look, Saturn is right there. Jupiter is right there. Venus is right there. Mars is right there. The only exception is the sun is right here. Maybe it's just the time of day or something. Or maybe it's perspective. Sun could be right there, and there it is. And it's the biggest one. The sun is the bigger one right here, and there's the bigger one right here, and exactly 2 over. It's 2 over from the right, and it's 2 over from the right is the sun right there. But these match up. Look, Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mars. The sun doesn't match up for whatever reason. Mercury. And then Mars is right there. Boom, right there. Do you see that? So that confirmed for me, not only the 777 days, because I know that's God's number, but I also knew that that's their occultic thing at the top of the pyramid. But I didn't understand what it really meant at that time. Of course not. Because the Lord reveals this stuff over time and codes and all kinds of stuff. Of course not. I mean, I'm not all-knowing and all-seeing and all this stuff like He is. Are you kidding me? Okay, what am I supposed to be? And I make mistakes, and I do the best I know. And if you can't understand that, you don't understand anything about life. You say to a child, if you have a child, you say, "Oh, how stupid are you? Cannot figure out this? Can't you figure out how to tie your shoes?" No, he's got to make mistakes. He's got to do things wrong. You understand? And eventually he'll tie his shoes. If you're good, if you encourage him, if you teach him, if you're a jackwagon, if you don't care, then you're going to be that way, of course. Okay, and then blame him for not doing the things right, which he should have known because he should be older or know things. When people make this false accusation that because I don't have it right, that I don't know the Lord, I mean, wow. Okay, I never said that the Lord gives me exactly what it is. And I'm just guessing. He knows what it is, but He has to give me code. And so that's on you. I know what I'm doing. I know what's right. And if you don't see that, then you can't see someone just doing their best with what they're given. And that's code and all that stuff. Then, wow, you're a blind religious nutball. So I have a major problem with blind religious nutballs. And they seem to invade my channel a lot. So goodbye if you're a rude religious nutball. Goodbye. I'll say it ahead of time because I'm going to be deleting you. Okay, if you're reasonable, if you disagree, I understand. That's one thing. Or whatever. If you're reasonable, you're decent about it, no big deal. If you're rude and you're a jerk or obnoxious, or you're mean, or you even attack me, let's say, I've literally gotten death threats. I mean, several of death threats. Anyway, let's keep going. So I don't care about that. Boom. Let's do that. I'm just making a point. I'm thankful a lot of this stuff doesn't bother me anymore. It just doesn't. But it's annoying because how people are ruled by circumstances about the enemy, and they're stuck in things that don't matter, and especially ultra-religious people. Understand it's about the heart. It's about the heart of what God wants for people, not about the rule of the law. The heart of the law is the heart. That's the heart. It says in the Bible, it says that the law was written on tables of stone, but God wants to write the law on the tables of your heart. The goodness, the love of God, the reason why He has these constraints is because He loves you and He wants you to be loving as well. So anyway, it's not condemning and everything like people believe. Anyway, so here we go. It's religious people. So next thing is, so that's the Golden Gate alignment, and that is 777 days apart. That's insane. This is no way. That's all planned. That's all crazy incredible. And how those fires confirm this in exactly the same order, and they're parallel to the Golden Gate Bridge, just like this is. Are you kidding me? Hopefully you follow that. Then boom, we have 666 days from the Golden Gate alignment, which is on 11/9/2019, to 9/5, which I've been saying, September 5th, which is what? 923. 9, 2 plus 3 is 5. So it's hidden 923. Again, why would this even be the case? Because again, they want to go from 666, the bottom of the pyramid, to 777, the top of the pyramid, which is on the bottom is 3. The bottom is 9, 2, 3, 777, as I've showed you. And so this validates this so many more, and this is the right time frame. So let me keep going. So 923, why wouldn't it be 923? Why wouldn't you just go 923 to 923 and have 4 years in between? Because guess what? God used prophetic months as an example. 293 days is 9 prophetic months, or 9 30-day periods, not a 30-day and a 31-day and a 28-day. It's 30-day periods exactly. 9 30-day periods and 23 days in a prophetic month, and those prophetic months and years are in Revelation, which has to do with the end times. So so let's look at prophetic years. So what I did was I looked at prophetic years. So let's look at it. 360 days is one prophetic year times 4 gets you to what? 1,440 days, which is 144, which is insane too. Are you kidding me? So go from there to 9/1, 4 days before 9/5, which is the beginning of this 15-day process. Just happens to be 9/23 to 9/1 is 4 prophetic years. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Sorry, but Bam. And then we have right here, we have, so from 9-1, then we go to 9-5, which is 4 days later, or 3 days later if you look at 9-4 and 9-5. And then we go 14 days later /15, because, again, 14th day ends on the very beginning of the 15th day. So that's what I'm saying. So, but we got the 14 days right here, which is the bookend right here to this right here. Okay, so we have 14 days, 40 days, and another 14 days are complete bookends to each other. It's just crazy. And then right in between here, we have 9-2-3 is 9, 2 plus 3 is 9-5. And then let's add another day. Watch this. Look at this. 9-1-1, which is the real one. This could be the tsunami days, 9-11 and 9-12. Boom, is exact mirror of this right here. And that is the Golden Gate alignment. That's why they even did it. That's why it was even done or shown by God, because God did it in the sky, but then they burned it in the ground. So again, God uses the enemy the way he does, but for his own devices, but then they do their own thing. He didn't burn the things in the ground, they did that. But he put these in the sky, and then they put the Golden Gate Bridge right there to make it align and make it their cultic stuff, okay? But look, 11-9 is the mirror to 9-11, and the difference between these two is 666 plus 6, because 9-5 to 9-11 is 6 days, so it's 666 plus 6 is this to its mirror right here, boom and boom. It's crazy. This fits so well. Hopefully you understand that. This is insane. And then check this out. Even another proof of this. 2017 is 2 plus 1 is 3, and then 7, or 3 sevens is 777 right here. And this is the year that this begins, the 777. And then what's this? This is 2. I showed you earlier with the same similar number. It was 129 with the 1776 in Roman numerals. It ended up being 129. But it was 219 is 39. 3 nines is what? 999, which is 666 upside down and backwards. And so 2017 started the 777s because that is 3 sevens. And 2019 started the 666s because that ultimately is 3 nines upside down to 666. So this is even more evidence that the bottom of the pyramid going to the top of the pyramid, 666 to 777, or 9 to 3. Boom. Now let me show you even more crazy stuff here. You ready for this? Okay, this was an actual... This is on somebody's computer. You went to the Illinois lottery, and I heard this a while back, and I searched this, and I've shared this before. This is the Illinois lottery when the day. So Stinky BO became the president-elect in 2018 or 2008. Let me show you what this actually. In 2008, right here, okay, November, but that was at night, late at night, okay. And then so the next possible day he would have been, the actual day he would have been the first president-elect, was November 5th. Now look at this. November 4th and November 5th are right here. That was the day he was elected, and then that was the night he was elected. But then the first day he was elected, and that's what brings these two together, 4th and the 5th. And what's so crazy about that? Well, that's 9-4 and 9-5, because Novem is 9, and remember Septem is 7. But Novem is 9, so that's the code 9-4 and 9-5. 9-4 9-5 right there, November 4th and 5th. We had 2 picks. We had the pick 3 and the pick 4, and one was right after the other. Okay, so what's crazy about this? This is insane. This is literally insane how this works. Okay, so then I'm going to show how this relates. 9-4 9-5 or 9-5 relates to September 23rd 2017, or 9-2-3. So from November 4th to the day he was elected, the night he was elected president-elect, right here, and then that night something happened. I'm going to show you this night. The next day that night something happened that's crazy. Okay, but from that day he was elected to the Revelation 12 sign, which it has a lot to do with him because it's about his birth. I can get into all that right now. It was 3,245 days, which is what? 9-2-3 backwards. Are you kidding me? Remember, that was 9-2-3 from Revelation 12 sign to his next birthday was 923. I'm sorry, 329, or 9-2-3 backwards. It's crazy. Now let's go to the next thing. Boom. Now the first day he would have been technically president-elect, that night was a pick 3, which was 666, and a pick 4, which was 7779. Now, first of all, when I shared this last time, it was crazy because I understood God's numbers, and it was basically a phrase saying, because 9 is the number, God's number for judgment. So 6667779 is the Antichrist, God's judgment, because God is 777, or Jehovah in, and maybe that's even the elite's version of that. I don't know, but I know God loves sevens, and I know there's examples of 77 and 777. I think it's a really good example of God or godliness or whatever, even though the enemy rips it off and uses it, but whatever. 777 in a sense is God, so it's Antichrist, God's judgment. But even more than that, wait till you see this. This is phenomenal. It even more proves this timeline and 9-5 and everything else. Now watch. Now from remember the Revelation 12 sign was what we were talking about. So from this, then you add the 666 days. Remember it was 777 to the golden gate alignment, and then 666, but it doesn't matter. Let's just do it this way. 666 days plus 777 days plus 9 is 9/14/15/21. And remember, 9/14/15 is 9. Forget about the slashes here for now. 9/4, 9/5, and that's what these are right here. Okay, now let's go. And so, but if you minus 1452 from this day, you get what? Are you ready for this? 9/14 and 9/15/2017. So that mirrors this exactly 4 years earlier. So either way you go, when you add this from this, for the Revelation 12 sign, you get this. When you subtract it from this, you get this. I mean, I hope that makes sense. I'm not probably explaining it very well, but it totally supports this. It's insane. It really is insane. Because we have basically this 1452 is 666 plus 7 plus 9. And you subtract that from this date right here, and you get 14/15/17, whatever. It is insane. It's crazy. You literally get the day in the past and the day in the future with the match, and they're 4 years apart. I mean, it's just... So this really validates, hopefully that makes sense, I'm explaining it well. This validates with his own picks, or with this that happened in Illinois state lottery. I mean, are you kidding me? He was a senator from Illinois. I mean, are you kidding me? Seriously. Well, actually, before I say thank you, I want to just show you that my next video is going to be about a lot of the 9/5s that are in a lot of things in movies and TV and things I found. So that is, again, hiding the 923. And look, for example, this is Lightning McQueen. Again, lightning falling from heaven. This is crazy. So September 5th is lightning falling from heaven. In a sense, it's attack. It's red. I mean, this is crazy. You literally see that's right here. I mean, look at that. And this is lightning, and that's who Stinky BO is. And a lightning bolt is 9/5 as well. And I'm going to show that in my next video as well. So I'm just showing you what's coming. A lot of different things that show 9/5 hidden, 9/4, 9/5 specifically. Like I've shown in past videos, even the one where I get into the Shining and stuff, there's a lot of 9/4s and 9/5s and things. It's all over the place. So I'm going to show that kind of stuff. And maybe something else as well, but just know that's ahead of time. Then I want to share this before I got into thank you as well. And I just remembered this. So July 30th, like I said, I posted this July 31st. Originally, and then July 30th was when I really got everything together for this video, and I wanted to post it at night. It just didn't work out for a number of reasons. And then I want to post it 31st, and here's my channel is basically suspended or stricken for a week or whatever, or got a strike for a week. So I literally got everything together, and that day I went shopping with a couple of my kids, and I typically do the shopping for the family. And this is one bill from one place. This is my groceries for just some of it. There's another store, and then there's gas. Every single thing I had was some kind of message of this. Now look at this. So this was one from one store, a lot of groceries and things. I mean, things are getting expensive. It's crazy. I try to do our best. We do our best to go. This was even a kind of a discounted store kind of thing. And there's just a lot of supplies we have to get because I have a family of 6, so including our twins, of course. And then look at this. So this is 7 plus 2 is 9, and then see this is a /23. I mean, just to really top this off on what I'm saying in this video. And again, 2, 3 is 5, so that's 9/5. Isn't that crazy? So anyway, I want to thank you for everything, everybody that comments and everything, your prayers. I really need your prayers all the time, always being spiritually attacked, and stuff by YouTube and other things. So thank you so much. thank you for everybody who's ever given. And if you're able to give this time, I really appreciate it. I'm running out of money again. Of course, with bills like that for family and stuff, I'm able to pay my rent, thankfully. But things are coming up, normal bills and things. And then, of course, eating and stuff. That was that was the last time. So getting down to it again. So if you're able to give, I really appreciate it. Again, PayPal link is in the description box. There's also Zelle Pay. I also have a P.O. box. This is all included in a link in the description box. The links below this video, of course. So thank you so much. If you're able to, that's awesome. But I want to thank everybody that's ever given. It meant so much to our family. In any way, prayer, good, positive, amazing comments. I get all kinds of great emails all the time. A lot of people that have come to the Lord through this channel. I'm so thankful for all that. And again, it's all possible because people give. So thank you so much for that. And again, we could really use it right now. So I'll leave it at that. And hopefully you see this and how the 9 goes from 923, the Revelation 12 sign, 777 days to the Golden Gate alignment, and then 666 days to 9/5, September 5th, which is hiding 923. And that's their whole philosophy and everything. So again, I thank you for everything. And I'll just leave it at that. This is Exalted Lamb 1, over and out.